going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your first time here, man. Boxing Talk Up North. I'm your host, Ryan from the Six. You know what it is. Man, shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody who supports the channel. Make sure you smash that like button when you on YouTube. If you on Twitch, let me know you on Twitch, man. Drop something in the chat for me. If you are on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now X, make sure you repost the stream so everybody knows you out here. And if you on Instagram, man, just drop something in the chat. I'll get to you if I get over there. Y'all know what it is, man. But shout out to everybody tuning in. Yeah, man, we got Yancey in the building, my man. Yancey getting ready for that border wars. You know what I'm saying? Salute, my man Juice. What's going on, brother? You know what it is? Big Six is in the building. Yes, sir. You said a nice little MVP card. Yeah, man. Not a crazy weekend, but a busy weekend nonetheless. In the sense of we got Probox back too, man. I'm always excited about Probox. We were supposed to get Nicholas Floss and Pete Dobson as the headliner, but shout out to Nicholas Floss. Sound like he got a better fight, so I ain't mad at it, man. We got LA in the building too. What's going on, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely gonna be a good event for both like MVP and MVPs. That'll be their first card in Montreal, Canada. And like in Canada, Montreal's probably where the most action is. Obviously, Eye of the Tiger, Yvonne Michelle, they've just had a track record of building stars up there in Montreal. John Pascal, Adonis Stevenson, Lucien Boutte, David Lemieux. You can name it. So shout out to them for going, MVP for going to Montreal because it's probably our hotbed for boxing in Canada. So it'll be on full display, man. And I hope all the media comes out and supports that event. Yep. That's where Billy fights out of too in Montreal. Yep. And Arthur Beterbiev, he also fights out of Montreal too. There's a lot of influence up there in Montreal, man. It's where the national team trains and everything like that. But yeah, man, if it's your first time here, make sure you smash that like button like Aaron Wolf, man.
Really fight her.
Yeah. Yep. Seems like the Tiger always fights out of the same casino. Yeah, casino. Ooh, I forget what it's called. Montreal or something like that. Yeah, it's a smaller venue. When they do the big cars, though, they go into either the Videotron. They rarely go in the Bell Center, though. That's where the Montreal Canadiens play. They barely go there. They don't go in the Bell Center much, but they go in the Videotron Center. And yeah, the casino, Montreal Casino, man. Yeah, it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? It's a little intimate environment. Um, the ring is very small, so it's gonna be action packed fights. So I don't mind it, man. But yeah, let's get into it. The MVP card going down this weekend. Shout out to Tank Davis, man, for his whole presser. Y'all saw that second presser. It was going crazy out there, but yo, we gotta talk about the MVP in Montreal. That big card going on out there. Kim Cavell's headlining. And we got Amantis Stanionis, his return fight since fighting against Jaron Ennis. And Najee Lopez, he gets the main slot spot, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be good for him. I like Najee Lopez. I know they were talking about him making a big step up, but I didn't think he was ready, man. So I'm glad he's getting another fight. And you know what I'm saying? He's gonna do his thing, man. Yeah, you got Eric Bazinian coming back. Yeah, he's fighting in October, I think. I think he's fighting on that same. No, he's not fighting on the same card as Michaela Mayer. I know he's fighting in October. And I think my man from Toronto, man, Arthur Yersanov at 140. Y'all gonna hear about him soon. He's fighting on that card too. He's fighting against Sergey Lipinets. So we trying to get a former champ under our belt, man. Yeah. Eric got his own card against Stephen Butler, I believe. He's headlining against Stephen Butler. Then you got Mayer card. Yep, Michaela Mayer and Mary Spencer. That's also out of Tiger. Shout out to LA. He said I heard good things about Montreal as a city in general. Nah, Montreal is great, man. I mean, it's definitely a different city from the other cities here in Canada. You know, very historic, man. It looks like something out of a movie, bro. It's a lot of like older buildings and castles. Like it looks nice, man. It does. And then the party life is great too. I'm not going front, man. Montreal. The thing about Montreal, then Toronto, you go, you're gonna spend an arm and a leg because it's Toronto, man. It's one of the major cities. Montreal, you can have just as much fun in Montreal at a way cheaper price, and you're gonna get the same quality, man. It's gonna be good. So yeah, Montreal is great, man. I love Montreal. Yeah, he got his own car. Yeah. Eric Bazinian versus Steven Butler. So what's up with that 175 that beat David Morrell, but got captive. I'm not sure, man. I think George Kambosos, his dad, Jim Kambosos manages him. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but we'll see what happens, man. But shout out to MVP Promotions for bringing they show to Montreal, Canada. You know what it is, man. They taking all the women and they got Kim Cavell. This her debut under MVP. I think she was signed recently. Kim Cavell is a former champ. Um, man, she's done a lot already. She's I think 13-2. Her two losses have been against great competition. And Kim Cavell during COVID, I know she stopped. Like I don't want to say stop boxing, but she took time away to. She was a nurse, so she took time away from her boxing career to be in the field, bro, during COVID. So I know that was a big thing for her at that time, and she was definitely recognized for it. I think she won an SP or something like that for her efforts, and she is a great fighter, man. And honestly, I thought for sure if Sarah weekend for us up here in Canada, eventually Sarah Bailey and Kim Cavell would have been a big fight to make for sure. They're in around the same weight. They're probably a weight class or two apart, but it's a fight that for us, for the ladies, it would have been a big one, man. And it probably would have been a unification, something like that. But nonetheless, I think it could still happen because it's women's boxing. There's not a lot of women in boxing, so the turnaround could be quick. Sarah Bailey, she'll be all right. She just need a couple more wins, and she'll be back in that conversation. And as for Kim Cavell, this is her first fight back in a while. So for her, this is homecoming. She gonna have to go out here and impress, man. This is her first fight under MVP. I expect her to win the fight by decision. In women's boxing, it's hard to get KOs, man. Hard to get KOs. And like I said, Kim Cavell, she got an outstanding record. She's 21-2, 3 KOs. She's a former champ. But she's going against a tough girl, man. Sol Cahudas, who's 10-0, hasn't lost. Argentinian. I feel like the Argentinians, man, they just got some punch and power sometimes. You got to be careful of them. But she's only got 3 KOs as well. They fight at minimum weight, so they are very small. But nah, Kim Cavell can box, man. She can box. She's a boxer. That's what you're gonna see from her, a masterclass. And I think at 35, she's in the position to start contending for titles again and getting back in the mix, man. So I'm excited to see what MVP does with her and her career and moving her forward. And it'll be interesting to see how Kim Cavell second half, back half of her career, however you want to say it is, because now she's got, strong back in the MVP promotions. They do the big shows, they are known for lifting the women pay up and everything else, man. So I think for sure that it's gonna be good, man, for them. I think Kim Cavell is gonna have a second half of her career that's way better than her first. And that's crazy to say because I'm pretty sure she was a unified champ at one point. If I go look in her record. So for me to say that, I think she can get back to it. Yep, she was a unified champ and she lost to Evelyn Bermudez. She lost that unification belt with her. And Evelyn just beat Sarah Bailey. So shout out to Evelyn. She coming to Canada and beating people. But yeah, Kim Cavell, I think her second half will be better than her first, which is crazy for me to say because she was a unified champ. But I just think the way that MVP will push her, she's fighting for the IBF title in this fight, so she can win a belt right now, right here, start collecting belts again, and maybe she can go undisputed at the minimum weight. Kim Cavell is a very talented fighter, man. She's got good feet, good hands. She's a boxer. You're gonna see boxing, trust me. Shout out to my man Ant McQueen in the building. What's going on, my brother? The Khatib gets busy. Yeah, man. I like Iman Khatib, man. I thought he should have got definitely a better decision against David Morrell. Juice said, "What's up with Jawan Walton, dude?" Yeah, I don't know, man. Javon, I don't think he's that great, man. I don't think he's a good boxer. Shout out to Shawa in the building. He said grand evening, Ryan in the chat. Yeah, salute to you. My man Juice said, dude reminds me of Tom Holland from Spider-Man. Respectfully. Yeah, he does, bro. Didn't he used to be an actor? I thought like that was the big hype behind Javon Walton. I thought he was an actor in some TV show or something like that. I do remember seeing something in the promotion about that, but I don't know what he be watching or be acting in. But also on the MVP card, shout out to Tam Tebow. This is her welcome back, man. I say welcome back because she's been an international fighter for a long time. And when you in the international stage, you don't really get to fight at home a lot. She's a two-time Olympian. I don't know. Tam got to tell me or us the last time she fought at home, but I wouldn't be surprised if she said like 5 years or 6 years because when you're in the cycle, the Olympic cycle, the most the tournaments and the fights are usually overseas. You know, in Europe, Russia, Middle East, like all these other spots, right? So shout out to Tam Tebow. She's getting her spot here back home. I think she's in the co-main event, and you know her, she fights men's rules. So shout out to her, man. She's doing her thing. She got stoppages. Yo, I like Tam, man. She's the middleweight. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what it is, bro. Oh no, no, I no, but Tam Tebow, she's from Montreal, bro. She's not from Toronto. The Lucas body card was in Toronto. So like, yeah, it was on home soil, but like she really home right now. She really back home. So shout out to her, man. Cause I can't tell y'all the last time I seen Tam fight on like in Montreal. Like I'm sure she's fought in Canada for sure. They have events here where they bring other countries, but they usually have those events out west, other parts of the country, right? But shout out to Tam, man. I hope she get the stoppage and continue the stoppage streak. And she's gonna position herself. She's probably gonna be in a title content next. The vacant. I think the WBA is vacant. If not, Clarissa Shields holds it. And let's be honest here, Clarissa hasn't fought at middleweight in how long? So Jake Paul can probably push for her to be stripped, and it wouldn't be, what I'm saying, it wouldn't be crazy. She could be stripped tomorrow. Clarissa Shields because she hasn't fought at midweight forever. She a legit heavyweight now. Shout out to Shawa. She said, I like Iman. Yeah, man. RV boxing in the building. What's going on, my man? He said Team Canada. Yeah, you know what it is, bro. I'm pretty sure my brother was on the national team with Tam as well. I think he was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, when she fought Natasha Spence. No, Natasha Spence was in Orlando. I think she fought Natasha in Orlando. That was her. I want to say her pro debut was for Tam Tebow. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Lucas Body was in Canada for real. Probably more dudes. Yeah, since at least 2017, last time she fought at home. Yeah, 2017. That's crazy. For real? I know. Yeah, she been on the team for at least 8 years. So you're probably right. Yeah, the math is math, and for real. Juice, he said Tam versus Clarissa down the line. Nah, I don't see Clarissa going back down to 60. I mean, maybe 68. So okay, yeah, we can get that down the line for sure. Or maybe if Tam moves up even to heavyweight, because I think 75 and up is heavyweight in women's boxing. so she could do that. But yeah, I think so, man. That's a super fight. But Shadeja Green, she wants to fight, right? With Clarissa. So I ain't even mad at her, man. I ain't even mad. Not at all. Shout out to my guy, Muslim, man. This dude on the left here, Mozzie. That's what I call him. I got to watch him in the amateurs. He's a good fighter as well, too, man, from Montreal. And this is the opportunity for him to get his name out on the big stage, the zone, big platform, MVP promotions. This is where you got to make a statement win. But, to be honest, in the pros, he hasn't had the same performances that he had in the amateurs, man. I saw him in the amateurs. He was stopping a lot of people. He showed a lot of power. That's hard to do in a 3-round fight, man. So in the pros, it hasn't translated. Nonetheless, he's fought good competition. But man, we got to see something. We got to see some guys getting hurt, and we got to see some stoppages, man. So my man Mozzie, Muslim, you family over here, brother. We mess with you. But we need something crazy this weekend, brother. You on the zone. We need to show out. You need to knock dude out, bro. Spark him out. Get your name on the map. And hopefully Jake Paul will reach out to your team and try to give you a bigger opportunity with MVP, man. Shout out to my man Doc in the building. Dr. Box and Talk. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. He got a great channel. He a big member. He's always showing love, man, and he got great insight. And he probably gonna be covering that Jake Paul and Tank, yo. So go check him out, man. If you want your insight on that, bro. My man Doc, he doing this thing, man. You know what it is. So yeah, we got Mozzie. I call him Mozzie. His name's Muslim though, and he's a welterweight, by the way, fighting at Montreal. He's actually trained or not trained by, but he goes to the same gym as Russ Amber owns. Russ Amber owns a gym here in Montreal. And yeah, that's where Muslim goes, man. And he's 21-0. Sorry, he's a super lightweight. I thought he was a welter. He's 135, sorry, 140. And he's fighting against Anthony Cejudo. So these guys are putting their own O's on the line because Mozzie's never lost. He's 21-0, and this guy's fighting is 13-0. So that's a good matchup. That's what he needs. He needs to get in there with some guys who can fight, bro, who can go at him and get a statement win. That's a 10-rounder. So I expect nothing but war from both men. I hope it's a good fight, man, because the card is gonna look pretty good, man. If they can start it off, because I think they're gonna start off the main card for us. So if they can start it off good, you know what it is, man. We in for a good night, but we know we got Probox on the other side. They always do matchmaking well. So I'm not too concerned. And I just want to give a special shout out to Amanda Gale. She hails from a gym that's not too far from where my dad's gym is. She's a Mississauga girl, local girl here in Toronto. She's the IBO champ. She's been with Lou DiBella for a while, but this is her MVP debut. I'm just happy for her, bro, that she's getting on this stage, getting this opportunity, and now she's gonna be on the zone. You know what I'm saying? Like she's been fighting on these club shows. She picked up the IBO title. Hasn't really gotten her name out there. She's another girl who could box her socks off. You know what I'm saying? And I just think like this is the big op. This is what she needed. The big stage, backing. She got it. Lou DiBella, great promoter. Lou DiBella is a Hall of Famer, by the way, in promotion. So Lou DiBella's that guy. But I just feel like Lou DiBella, in terms of women's boxing, can't really take you to the heights Jake Paul gonna take you, because Jake Paul got so many women over there already. So shout out to Amanda for making this whole, trip over from Lou DiBella, who's not a bad promoter, over to MVP. Is definitely one of the ones that, we wanted to see, or I wanted to see. Now she got the stage. Now you gotta go do something with it. And I hope she has a good performance, man. She's one of those girls, like, she's been waiting on this for a while. She's been in around boxing her whole life. And yeah, the time is here now. So Amanda, I'm pretty sure she's still the current IBO champion of her division. I don't think she gave up that belt, and that was something that they pushed for her team, and it positions her for the IBF, I believe. So, you know what I'm saying? She might be in the IBF talks for a while, but she is she is in a tough division. That's the thing about like women's boxing. Like there's certain divisions that yeah, man, you get in there, it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. I'm pretty sure she's in the Bantam, so she's in around where Ellie Scottney is. And you know how I feel. Oh no, she's right underneath Ellie Scottney's division. Actually, she's in there with Shanika Johnson, who has undisputed right now. All right, so yeah, I mean that's a decent division there. But yeah, Super Bantam and women's is good too. Super Bantam's got Sky Nicholson as well, but Sky, I, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Shout out to my man Cool Breeze in the building. What's going on, brother? It's my first time seeing you here. Welcome to the channel, man. Subscribe. I try to go live twice a week, talk a little bit of boxing, man. I try to make this channel unbiased, but sorry, man. I'm talking about my Canadian ladies today, so I'm being a little bit biased. But man, just tune in, brother. I definitely drop the link later so people can come up and talk. So if you stick around, you want to come up and get something off your mind, go ahead, hit the link, man. He said, Probox coming to my neck of the woods, Lakeland, Florida. Okay. Shout out, man. Shout out to Lakeland, Florida. Shout out to Probox, man. They moving around now. He said, I'm familiar with her. I'll check her out. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, she's not really big, no Amanda, but like she about to blow up, man. Shawa said Jake is snatching up the ladies. Shout out to him, Amanda and Nikisha. Yeah, nah, they doing a good job with women's boxing. I can't get mad out there what they doing. And Sky Nicholson, she not going over the MVP anytime soon because there's too much smoke, yo. Too much smoke, yo. Yeah, Sky out there bullying folks. Yeah, they ain't put her in there with nobody with a pulse, man. They know, like Eddie Hearn knows what's up, man. He never gonna get her beat again. Wanna know why? Because she went home and she like, why the hell you put me in there with Tierra Brown? He's like, you should have blocked that fight. Yeah, you didn't put up enough money for the WBC, yo. They weren't jacking that. Yo, man, you know what it is, man. Hey, if you just came in, y'all, make sure you smash that like button like Ann Wolf. You know what I'm talking
Really fight her.
Oh, big right hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over.
Yeah, man. And then I saw some other news too that caught my eye. And I was like, damn, shout out to this dude. I never really, I'm not gonna say I forgot about him, but bro, like I was so high on Stanionis, yo. And look, this ain't like no shot at Stanionis. Freaking Boots is an amazing talent, right? But bro, I think I was biased in that fight because like I thought Stanionis would have pushed Boots to the end. I thought he would have put Boots through some adversity. And Boots just had a flawless performance. But I was biased because, bro, I got to see Stanionis. Like telling you, I seen Stanionis. Like, bro, when my brother was going through the Olympics, Stanionis was in his pool. Like Rohan Polanco, Gabriel Maraste, uh, Tiger Johnson. Like, I got to see a lot of these dudes. Troy Ozzy was in around there too. So I got to see a lot of these dudes before they even turned pro because they were fighting in the same tournaments as my brother, and most of them were in the same pool. So Stanionis was one of those guys, man. I was like, damn, like I seen him in the Emmys, I seen him put work in, and then in the pros, he was doing the same thing. He was putting work in. He became a champ, obviously got elevated. So for sure, man, I'm like, yo, Stanionis going, he gonna push Boots. Boots gonna be through some adversity. We gonna see something. That didn't happen. So Stanionis, it sounds like now he's doing his own fight in Lithuania. I'm not sure what he's gonna do with the PBC or if the PBC is even invested in Stanionis. Because like when the Virgil fight fell through, it took him a while to get another fight. Like I'm pretty sure he was out for like another year before he got in there with Fabian Madonna, I believe it was. And that was a tune up on Canelo Alvarez undercard. I just think that Stanionis, I don't know, man. I don't know how it's gonna go. Man, Aunt McQueen said Sky went down in weight. Start letting those hands go. Newfound confidence. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sky went down. Still ain't made weight. Oh, she ain't make weight? Damn. My man Doc said, y'all chilling, Sky. I rock with her. But I was extremely happy for my fellow Floridian. Tierra Brown, yeah, shout out to Tierra Brown. She finally got to defend that title. I'm happy about that, man. I was worried there. I was like, yo, OTX, yo, y'all gotta get her busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get her yo, shower. You ain't messing with Tierra Brown? Or you ain't messing with Scott? She ain't messing with Scott. Yeah, Scott went down there to muscle these. Like, yo, Sky's wild, man. Gabby says she's going down in weight too. Yo, I know. Yo, LA, I don't get it, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, they ducking some real smoke up there. Gabby needs to move up. She's bullying for real. Yeah, Gabby tripping too. Shawa said. Stanionis supposed to have a home fight. Yeah, he's fighting in Lithuania. I could only imagine the last time that he's fought in Lithuania too. You know what I'm saying? I think that fight was a combination of Boots' precision, Stanios having something to go home to. Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true, man. Said that boot, yeah, boot. Yo, that Butav, shoot, that Butavi fight, man. I'm telling you, bro. That's what, like, kind of that fight. I was using too much weight too, Aunt McQueen. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Stanionis he's been through the ringer, man. You know what I'm saying? Butavia, that dude he's tough as nails for anybody. And I just thought, okay, because Stanionis been through that, he gonna be able to get through some of Boots' toughest times. But like you said, the precision that Boots had on those punches, man, is definitely not what my man Butavia could do, man. Hell no. Hell no. Shout out to my man El Consero in the building. What's going on, my brother? Salute, salute. He said, yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, let Gabby live. I think she should do it. If she goes up, it'll be hard to go back down there. Yeah, it will be. That's why she ain't got to go down. She just got to go up. Nah, she came in over twice. What, Sky Nicholson? Damn, man. Why is she coming in over? That's kind of like who was it who just got to 54? Somebody just got to 54 and hasn't made 54 yet. I think it's Virgil. Might be Virgil. I don't think Virgil's made 54 yet. LA said, you know it's Samson. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, Butayev got some. Yeah, he got some heavy hand. Yeah, I put a lot of merit into that, Anne McQueen. I was thinking because of that fight, it was just made Stanionis battle tested, right? But I didn't take into account that that dude can't do what Boots can do, straight up. Shawa said, I agree, LA. Same reason with Sebastian moves. Yo, Sebastian is crazy though because Sebastian Fedora is eating hamburgers day before the fight. So him making weight is not like he is not even starving himself at all. So I think Sebastian is like one of the rare cases, and he can probably make 47 if he wanted to. If he wanted to drain himself, he can make 47, but just think about how that would look. Man, L, he says, so David Benavidez said he won't go back to 168, but I don't buy that. If it's Canelo, yeah, I mean, he said he's done with that. Shout out to him. He said, I'm going to make my own lane. And I'm with that, man. I'm with that. For real, for real. So I like it, man. But I think Stanionis, do we think Stanionis can be a player at 147 now with the way that the division is? Can he beat Dev? Can he beat Brian Norman Jr.? Who else is there? Can he beat Rolly? That could be an in-house fight. Rolly and Stanionis. Can he beat Pacquiao? Blair the Flair? Is Ryan Garcia is a 147 now. Can he beat Ryan Garcia? I think Stanionis, for a long time he hasn't been able to get big fights, but this might be the time. Like 147 is kind of like all those guys are coming up now. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, those guys are big names. Pacquiao's returned. You know what I'm saying? Those are fights that I think Stanionis should try to pursue. I know he doesn't have a belt, but he still brings a name to those guys because he's an established 147 former champ now. So I think Stanionis on this second half coming off the loss to Jerron Ennis, he might be able to get some good fights at 147. I'm not saying he wins them all, but I think for sure if the PBC allows it, and I say allow it because I don't know who they're prioritizing over there anymore. I don't know who the PBC is prioritizing because we got Gary Anton Russell fighting against Andy Hiroka on the MVP card, and shout out to that. I love that fight, but I would have rather that be on like the Thurman and Fundora because if you're gonna make that a pay per view, man, make it you know what I'm saying, the whole card pay per view. It's like that's a tough buy when I'm just getting, Cool Boy and Oshaki, who are not, they're good fighters, but they not action fighters. And then I don't know what I gotta do. Like Keith and Sebastian, I don't know how that fight's gonna work out. And then we getting a Frank Martin off a layoff, and Montgomery, Ranis off a bigger layoff than Frank Martin. I just don't know what that PBC card is gonna present for us. And if you gotta pay $80, at least have Gary and Andy on there. Because Gary Anton Russell, we know him. He coming out to fight, man. He's gonna get somebody stopped, or he's just gonna beat on somebody. Yeah, man. Shawa said him and Gabby ate a whole pizza, I think. And yeah, for real. I'm telling you, before weighing, they disrespectful. They be eating. Yeah, I want Gabby versus Sugar Neats. LA said, "Ooh, yo, Shanika Johnson, yo, she's tough as nails." Damn, he can get at least get Pac. Yeah, Shawa. I think he can get Pacquiao too. If Pacquiao doesn't get into a Rolly fight. My man Doc said, "Yeah, the Fedoras make weight comfortably. They be eating pizzas like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles burgers too." Yeah, Fedora weighed 110 for her last fight, right between 112 and 108. Damn. So she was fighting under 112, like comfortably. Damn. She definitely make weight. Gotta stack that card. Yeah, man. If they gonna make us pay for it, make it worth our dollar, man. That's all I ask for. I don't mind paying for the fights. And like I'm not even a big like stream dude. I don't like doing that either. I mean, I pay for everything. But like shoot, don't make me say F. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me get mad when I'm hitting that purchase button because I know this is a shit ass card. Shouldn't be worth the money I'm giving it. But they robbing the fans, man. So just give us what we want, bro. Something nice. My man Doc said Sugar Neeks will get this Sugar Neeks by the Golden Girl. Yo, Fedora smoking Neeks. Hey, yo, Fedora, yo, she's bad in there, man. She's very feisty. Shawa said Fedora gotta be PBC's guy. Cause Tank ain't it no more. Yeah, I mean, Sebastian got the most fights. You know what I'm saying? This year, probably on the PBC roster. I'm pretty sure he fought who? Cordell Booker. He fought, and he fought Tim Zoo, and then now he's getting Keith. He got 3 fights. David got 1 on the PBC the beginning of the year, and Tank got 1 too against Lamont. And now both those guys, they not even fighting on PBC pay-per-views. Davis fighting in Riyadh, the ring card, and Tank Davis gonna fight on Netflix with the MVP promotions. So it's crazy, man. They top stars getting lent out, man. But it's all right, man. Sebastian weighed in at 152. Aunt McQueen said, "Oh, dang, man. He made weight easy too." He said they just do not retain weight. Nah, man. They don't, man. But I think that's the crazy thing about Sebastian. It's like, will he be able to move up because of that? And if he does, how will he look? How will he fill out? They'd probably have to change their regimen. Yeah, for sure, man. They'd got to. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy, yo. Yeah, yeah. So Stanionis is back in Lithuania. That's what's up with him, man. I'm excited for Stanionis to be back. I like him, bro. But I just feel like Jerron Boots Ennis was just Boots Ennis was on know what I'm saying? He was on his game that night. And then we got the Pro Box card, Najee Lopez versus Henderson in the main event. And man, we got Moreno versus Garcia. Yo, y'all ever watch Moreno fight, man? Yo, that cat is nonstop violence, bro. He's like they call him uh little Benavidez. Like he fights a lot like David, man. He's a very come forward fighter. And it was the action. He's just action. He doesn't have like crazy defense. But you know what you're gonna get from him. You're gonna get an action fight. So for the people who like that, that's what that is, man. You know, it's gonna be an action belt there. And I'm happy with Pro Box. They always give us great cards. You know, they don't give us the glam of the names, but the matchmaking is just so good at Pro Box, man. I don't know who the matchmakers are, but they do their job very, very well, man. They give us great fights all the time. And I'm happy for that, man, because we need more players in the game like that can give us quality fights for free. You know, usually they're on YouTube. I'm pretty sure this one's on YouTube as well. You can access it from anywhere, and you know they give it to us for free, man. Don't pay us, don't make us pay. Give us great fights. Yo, it is what it is, man. I love it. Pro Box, they do a great job. And shout out to Najee Lopez. He's headlining this event. Najee's a up and coming 175 pounder. Yo, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing, Najee Lopez. And he's closing in. I'm pretty sure he's ranked pretty high in the, I think it's the WBA I saw. But he's like, he's prime, man. And I think about the other guys who are there. Like, there's a couple guys we don't talk about in that division a lot. And I think it's just because, you know, we're so fixated on Arthur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol, and Dave Benavidez right now. But I mean, you know, you got Ben Whitaker's at 175. I'm saying Iman Khatib, he had a good showing against Dave Morrell. He's there. You know, is it Callum Smith? He's there too. Bawati. And you know, we'll see Yard against Dave Benavidez in November. That'll be a good fight, in my opinion. But yeah, Najee Lopez is number 10 in the WBA. And yeah, he's top 10, man. So he's a contender now. And shout out to David Morrell. I don't know what David Morrell's gonna do next. He should go back to 68, in my opinion. His two performances at 75 have not looked very good. So yeah, we'll see what goes on with him. But hey, man, I think Najee Lopez is prime, revved up, ready to go. I think he's the goods, man. I think he needs a couple more fights though before we start talking about, you know, titles. I think for sure he got to get in the elites. You got to start fighting the even Willie Hutchisons of the worlds, the Vosdeks, you know, the Boatis. You got to get in the ring with those guys, man. Yards, Anthony Yard's the ultimate test. As we all know, Anthony Yard he's pretty much taking like, you know, some of the best in the division to the brink. He just can't get the win. That's the problem with Anthony Yard. Yeah, let me catch up here. My man Doc said she's undisputed at 112. She's moving down for legacy, not evasion. Then she'll go to 115 after she claps him away from us. Say she chasing Clarissa, yo. Yeah, they talking about Gabby. Yeah, love Najee. Wish she got the better be fight over Dion. Oh my goodness. I don't know if Najee's ready for Beterbiev. Yeah, Beterbiev. I don't know, man. I think Beterbiev, like he mad at Bivol right now. He gonna take that out on dude. Imagine Fondora is already the youngest undisputed in the four belt era, then goes for undisputed 108. After that proceeds to 115. Good plan. Yeah, 3-time undisputed. And McQueen said excited for this Saturday. Najee back in action. Hell yeah. Najee Lopez is a great fighter, man. Shawa said Khatib is a problem for anyone once he gets his mess straightened up. Yeah, I don't know what's up with his situation with the IBA, but they gotta straighten that out. LA said Morel is fighting Callum, according to Caesar. Oh, that's what Caesar said. Shout out to Caesar, man. He a big Morel fan. My man went to bat with Ness. Got kicked off the show and everything because he was riding with David Morrell. But shout out to Caesar, man. He a good dude. I believe him. Then they push him for that fight because he close to David Morrell. I said I got Gabriella clapping all cheeks from 108 to 118. Ooh, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see though. She said all good fights for Najee. Yeah, Najee does need some good fights. I agree. He does need some better competition. And I'm sure he'll push for that after this fight. So I'm looking forward to Najee's fight. Yeah, man. Yeah, Doc. It's gonna be a good one, man. And McQueen said slaughtering a whole lot of sweet poison upon Chase from 108 to 118. Oh man, sorry about that. My man, Dr. Boxing Talk said, yeah, Dion could be in trouble, man. Arthur Baturvia has a lot of energy he wants to unleash. Yeah, man. He mad at Bivol. Because Bivol done blocked out the back door with his ball, yo. This man left the yard. It's like, man, we gave you the rematch. And you get it. Now you won. Now you leaving. Nah, man. You can't be doing all that. You got to run it back a third time. Like, come on, man. But yo, let me drop the link in the chat for y'all if y'all want to come up here and spit. Got one more topic to speak on, and it's just like, you know, just cause we want to be in the messy mess. But yo, y'all see Jake Paul. My man, Jake Paul, he dropped Shakur Stevenson's name for sparring, bro. He says Shakur Stevenson reached out to him for sparring. And I said, what? What Shakur do that for? But then I saw the whole like not really backlash, but like I thought it was gonna kind of get the same content to Boots Ennis guy, which it didn't. Because Boots Ennis people were like trying to slaughter Boots Ennis for going and sparring with Canelo Alvarez, which I thought was weird because I was like, man, why are you gonna slaughter Boots Ennis for getting world class work, man? Like, one of the best of our generation, Canelo Alvarez, man. Like, come on. And you know what it was. People were just using the whole race car. Well, Shakur Stevenson, he going that route, bro. And I see what he doing, getting people to talk about it, getting people, excited, nerves. And I like it, man. I like the move because it puts a little bit of buzz on his fight when it comes. And hopefully Mr. Shakur Stevenson is ready to talk that ish, man. And I hope he can get in the camp with Jake, add more suspense. But like Tank gotta look at it like, Shakur Stevenson hyping up my fight. Because now people, even though they're gonna talk about Shakur Stevenson, it adds more suspense to the fight, man. But yo, Shakur is over there helping Buddy out. What you think about that? You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things, man. I'm excited to see where it goes for Tank Davis. Like, how is he gonna react? He's gonna crash out. I haven't looked online yet. He may have already tweeted and deleted something. No Tank Davis, man. That's what he be on. But I think for sure Shakur Stevenson stepping in there saying, "Yo, Jake, I'll be your sparring partner. I'll help you out." That shit, yo, it's messy, yo. It's messy, but at the same time, it's like, yo, this is what we need in boxing. We need more build up. It adds more to the Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis fight. Should it ever come to tuition, man, you need something to build it up, man. A lot of people don't know that fight will be a great fight, Tank and Shakur. But the casual fan, they're not pushing for it because it's not the casual fight, right? So I definitely think Shakur Stevenson's doing the right thing, putting his name out there. He's doing it well, man. He got his press off the Crawford and Canelo. Him and T.O. were doing their whole thing back and forth. And I definitely thought for sure, man, that would help out. But, This is definitely a new way to clout chase in boxing, bro. Is you wanna piss another guy off, you go to his ops camp, bro. Oh man, LA said Jeep is done. He called that man Jeep, bro. Yo, that's hilarious, brother. Call that man cheap, man. Jeep. He said Boots started a new wave, sparring and cold drama. Yep. Yeah, and I don't even understand it, man. I don't even understand it, bro. Said if I was Tank, I really wouldn't fight him now. Tank was Tip Bayless talking like he was gonna fight him. He wasn't gonna fight him. Tank not fighting Shakur, bro. You heard what they said. I gotta find that clip, bro. But we can't do what we do. That's what Calvin said, bro. They said that. I was like, oh no, they ain't fighting. It's over. It's over, man. The coach said we can't do what we do. He said it like he had no game plan. Oh, I like Calvin Ford too, man. But Calvin Ford knows what it is. He knows what Tank is promoted as. You know, and rather be told she's an attraction. I hate it, bro, because dude is so talented. But you know, he got to come out to this song.
Got my hair done 2 days ago.
Swing the remix gone.
I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she put grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she put grease in my shit. I just got my hair done. 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 Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real facts. Like this is real facts. Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real facts. It burnt my eyes. Like this is real facts. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done.
Yo, shout out to Tank Davis, man. Nah, but Tank, like, you know, he one of them ones, man. He just, he's moved a certain way. He what they say? Manufactured, yo. And I ain't even mad at him because, yo, he here for the bread. So, and he done told us already. He not a legacy fighter. He said F legacy. So Tank done told us already what it is. And I listen to him. I know some people don't, but I listen to him. And I'm like, you know, shout out to Tank. He here for the bag, man. I ain't even mad at it. I ain't even mad at him. Can't be mad at Tank, man. Shawa said, I don't think he ever had any intentions. Facts, Ryan. They can't do what they do. Yo, when Calvin said that, man, I was like, oh. Because, like, sometimes you want to hear the coach be like, yeah, we want that fight. We want him next. You know what I'm saying? Even the coach can be capping. I think, wasn't it Katani? Not Katani's coach, Gentle Nakatani's coach, who said that they were going to skip like 22 and go to 26 and fight Espinoza. Like, he was capping. He was capping, but it sounded good when he was saying it. Because I think he said after like a win or something, or before a win, but he was capping. And I was like, dang, he capping, but that sound good, right? That sound nice. Yo, Shawa said favorite song of 2025. Yo, listen to me. If Tank Davis don't come out to that song, I'm gonna be so mad, bro. Like, he literally gotta come out to it so people can't be trolling him no more, and he can just show like, yo, I don't give a F. Let's do this. Like, come out to that and stop Jake Paul. Knock him out. That'd be dope. Tank is promoted as too popular to fight reigning champion. Yo. Showers at one time for the DJ. Yeah. That mix was cold, man. I'm at L. He said, I don't blame Shakur. This is what boxing needs. This is how you build your brand. This is what you need to be a superstar. Yeah, like it or not. I don't get the hate. Nah, man. I agree with you, bro. You just got to keep your name out there, especially if you're not fighting. Just keep your name out there. And that's what he's doing, man. He's keeping his name in the headlines because the Teal fight's still out there. people still talking about him and Tio fighting. It's not signed yet, but it's still out there. So yeah, man, for sure. He said we can't excite the fans with Shakur. Yo, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. He said we can't excite the fans of Shakur. Why not, man? Yo, I think the Shakur and Tank buildup will be good. Yo, Shakur could talk his shit, man. Yeah, Rudy Hernandez. My man said you saw what Scalise La Princess who that did last night, his last fight. That's how Rudy finna have Nakatani do it anyway. Oh, it was Rudy Hernandez that said that? I don't know, man. Rudy Hernandez was capping though. When he said that, I was like, bro, whatever. Like, I know what he's doing. But hey, at least they moved up though, right? They moved up to 22. That's where their next fight is. Gentle Nakatani, I believe. He making his debut at 22. So shout out to him. So I'd like to see Shakur move up if he doesn't get any motion. Yep, at 35. No, for real, Shawa. Like, and he said he'd go up and fight Tio and then vacate for Keyshawn. That sounds crazy, bro. Don't even say that. Just say you're gonna go up and campaign at 40. You don't have to fight Keyshawn. You was already in 35 and you didn't fight Keyshawn. So, like, what's the difference, man? We already know what it is, but you could still fight the other guys. There's lots of dudes there, and y'all could even pass a guy around. Like, shit. Y'all don't need to fight each other, man. Just go up and fight everybody, man. I'd like to see Shakur move up. Oh, yeah, I just wrote. She said, go up and fight Keyshawn. Yeah. Shout out to Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn got work to do, though. Keyshawn got to get back right mentally because we got to see him again. I like Keyshawn Davis. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's extremely talented. It just it sounds like, his mindset holds him back. But he's a good fighter, man. Shout out to him. I think shout out to boxing scene. Y'all see what Polly was saying about the whole Jake Paul? Like Polly, he been going in on the Jake Paul and Tank Davis thing. And it's to me, it's been funny because Polly, I don't know why Showtime blackballed him, man. I kind of know why, but he's just always been good for the boxing space when he's on the mic, man. I mean, a lot of people don't agree with Polly be saying, and sometimes he can be way too, harsh. But bro, he be saying some funny shit sometimes. He be killing me, man, and he's really not feeling this Jake Paul fight at all. And I'm with him, man, in a sense of it's not doing well though with the way it's going. And I think a lot of things that people aren't even realizing is like this is not a PBC event, right? Like so the media, like we don't see Ellie set back any day glazing Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying? Because he gonna look crazy in front of his peers. But the other people who may not get invited to the show because the PBC, they only want you to ask Tank Davis certain questions. But y'all see, my man got triggered when dude said when you gonna fight your peers. Because at PBC, they don't be asking him those questions. They don't ask him those questions, Tank Davis. So now he gotta answer to some things he don't want to answer to because it's MVP, they're very media friendly. They understand the game. They inviting everybody. To get the media pass with MVP, I find that process way easier than to go with PBC. Top Rank's pretty good too. I think with those people, Top Rank and MVP, probably Probox is pretty good too about it. Matchroom, I ain't never try to get a Matchroom pass. But like those other ones, man, they be difficult sometimes because they're like we got a pool of X amount of people, and usually let's be real, they just be picking the people that jock them, bro. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? They pick the people that hold their flag, and that's cool. I get that, but like don't try to fool fans like myself, people who watch the sport all the time. don't try to fool us, man, because we not here for that, man. We want the fighters to ask the real the media to ask the real questions and the fighters to answer the real questions. We don't want to get a whole bunch of glazing and oh my gosh, you were so great. Yo, how did it feel to be in Superman's telephone booth? Oh, we don't want to hear none of that, bro. We want to hear like, damn, bro, why the hell you put your knee down for? Like, what the heck? We want to hear that stuff, but you know what it is. There's a lot of favorable, and you know what? I'm not even gonna harp on the PBC because Turkey Al Sheikh does it too. He does it probably worse because you know we gonna see. We ain't never gonna see Sean Zattel back at the Turkey event. Let me just say that, man, because they pick people who not gonna challenge them, and they basically pick people who they can pay out, man. Like we paying you X amount of dollars to say X, Y, Z, and shout out to the ones who are out here not giving up their integrity for that, man. I appreciate that. I honor that. I respect that more than the man who's just selling out because you should always speak your truth, no matter what. Even if you're wrong, speak your truth, man. We live in the Western world. You know what I'm saying? We went to bat to war with Hitler so we can have this talk. You know what I'm saying? So speak your truth. I mean, if I agree with it, I agree. If I don't, I don't. But don't be up in here, bro. Like Turkey be telling people to say certain things, and that's not cool, man. I don't like that. My man Doc said, yeah, his debut against Sebastian Hernandez, an undefeated fighter out of Mexico. Yes, for Gentle Nakatani. Shawa said, this is wasting. And Shakur ain't getting no younger. Dude, almost 30. Yeah, Shakur, I think he's a 3-division champ. So if he goes to 40, he can possibly be a 4-division champ. LA said numbers are terrible compared to Bud and Canelo. Yeah, man. The Jake Paul and Tank Davis numbers are not even close to like what even the Mike Tyson was. And I think that's what they're trying to compare this to. Being like the Mike Tyson, but like the Mike Tyson was way bigger, bro. I remember that got announced. I was like, damn, people loving this.
Davis, he says in the press conference, what do you say? Just be a fan and watch the and enjoy the fight. Enjoy what, bro? You against Uber drivers? I don't want to watch that. You know what I mean? And then you get a guy who gives you a good fight. You don't even give him a rematch. You know what I mean? And then you want to be compared to Floyd. Floyd gave instantaneous rematches. You know what I mean? When guys tested him, I don't know, man. It's whatever, bro. I mean, what am I doing? It's me complaining gonna make a difference? No, man. We live in a world where people are gonna play up with this anyway. You know, you had a lightweight division full of danger. You had a junior lightweight division when he was there that was stacked with talent too. You know, guy swerved again. He swerved around them like cones on a racing track. You know what I mean? All of them. When it comes to
yeah, and that's the only thing I agree with Polly. Like he didn't give us fights, but hey, if you listen to Tank Davis, so you know shit wasn't happening. Like, it's all you gotta know is listen to that man. He don't be telling lies. Say I don't like the Javante versus David fight either, but Polly is a Cinnamon and Tank hater. Yeah, I can't take him seriously when he discusses those two fighters. Well, I mean, he don't like Canelo. I know that for sure too. But he not lying about Tank, man. He did. He swerved a lot of dudes, man. Cheap associates fighting his peers with losing. That's why he gets so emotional when asked about Shakur. Yeah, I don't know why he gets triggered about Shakur, man. That shit don't make no sense. Shakur Stevenson's a good fighter. Not like you're gonna lose to a bad fighter. Shout out to my man, Ant McQueen. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just talking this boxing, you know.
Hell yeah! I think you made some great points, though. I think you made some great points about the PBC and the softball questions. But by the same token, I look at it like, you know, if this is what I'm doing right here, why are we jumping the gun? And not just as it pertains to Tank, but with everybody, man. It feels like we just got this insatiable desire for the next thing. Like we haven't even gotten this yet, and we're already talking about what's next. Like, let us deal with this first and then discuss what's next after this is clearing out the way.
Right. Nah, I agree with
feel
you,
like
man.
to some degree it could have some bearing on the fighter psychologically and in the performance. Like case in point, the Fatal Fury card, right? All of these
Yeah.
guys had these
Yeah,
plans
yeah.
after the
Yeah.
fight, and then the performances looked a little shaky because it seemed like those guys were just doing enough to get to the next stop.
That's exactly what it was. Everybody was playing it safe.
You
Yeah,
don't want to
man.
take
That
no
was
chances because the next bag is already lined up. That's already on the table, so you don't want to mess around and jeopardize that. So
yeah.
you're gonna do exactly what you said, bro, which is play it safe.
Yeah. I mean, Devin Haney can't tell me that's what he wasn't doing, because that's what that was. He was trying to make it to the Ryan fight. And
Right.
to a degree, Ryan was doing the same thing until he got dropped. He was like, oh shoot, this dude Rolly could punch.
I think it further reinforced it after he got dropped. Like, because you see, he didn't really want to take any chances. He didn't want to get sent to meme land.
Yep.
So he played it ultra safe.
Yeah. And it's like you said, because Turkey had all this plans for these guys, and yeah, man, they dropped the ball. On that stage, they dropped the ball big time.
And that's one thing about Turkey, man. That guy is very adamant about following through with the plans and dictating things. And I don't mean that in a negative sense, but he has an idea of how he wants things to go. We just saw it with the other card too, with Subriel Matias. The man just had a grueling fight with Alberto Puello, and 2 minutes after getting his hands raised, his dude is already saying, well, you're gonna be fighting Dalton Smith next. Like, bro, like, let me enjoy this victory for a little second, you know what I'm saying? Shake off whatever.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was a bit much, man. I was like, come on, let this man thank his people, thank his wife and God.
Thank God. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, you're fighting Dalton Smith next. It's like, bro, that was 12 rounds of like some hard work right there, because both of them dudes were like going through it. It was
Nah, Alberto Puello, he ain't no easy out for nobody. Like, and Subriel the same thing. Subriel ain't no easy out, man. I think Turkey gotta I think he gotta get better matchmakers, man. He gotta hire better people, because he got all this money. He can make way better fights, but he's too stuck on the names, man.
Yes, 1000%. 1000%. And to your point about the matchmaking, if you focus more on these guys, their attributes, their temperament, previous performances, you have an idea of how these guys go about their business. So when you put a guy in there with another guy whose style, it just doesn't mesh well, and it's basically oil and water, you're gonna get what you get. And then you complain about Tom and Jerry. It's like, well, you should have knew this dude was gonna play keep away, and you should have knew this guy was gonna press the whole time and get frustrated in the event that he couldn't contain the guy.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree, man. It's his matchmaking sometimes is bad, and I don't know. Maybe that's just he never thought about that when he got in the business. Because I mean, it's not something that everybody thinks about matchmaking, but there's a art to it, man. There's an art, and Top Rank, they've say what you want to say about them. They built our stars, all of our stars, through that model.
They do. Yes, they do. And whether or not they retain them is one thing, because we've seen it. All of these guys, even if they go on to greener pastures or they're able to secure some type of autonomy and be independent.
Yeah.
To your point, Top Rank builds them up to a certain point, and then you can tell that they have a very strict standard for these guys. I don't think that there's any coincidence that they go out there and seek out high-level amateurs, dudes who are Olympic medalists and so on and so forth, because these guys, they understand the protocol. Like, yo, this is how it goes. It's very regimented. You know, you guys are going to be consummate professionals and so on and so forth. You know, you may not be on the biggest of events, but to your point, Ryan, it's like, yo, we put somebody in front of you based on how you carry yourself and your skill set. We expect you to be able to deal with them. If not, then you get the boot. Or sometimes you got the guys that over exceed their expectations and they outgrow Top Rank, and then they go on and do their own thing, form their own promotion.
Yeah. No, man. I think I think Edgar Berlanga is kind of the one I always point to because like he did everything right, but they just knew. They just knew when they put him in with somebody he should have been taken out. They're like, yo, he's not good.
To your point, bro, they put him in there with DeMond Nicholson, and then they gave him some grace. Like, all right, this is his first real step up. Let's see how you do. Then they put him in there with Steve Rose, and it was like the same thing. Like Steve Rose is like 37 years old.
Yeah.
And we just seen you just knock out 16 cats in a row. You're supposed to be able to clean Steve Rose up. Like, yeah, he's supposed to give you some resistance as a wily veteran or what have you. But still, you the young man, you knocking everything out. We expect you to clean him up. That didn't happen.
Right.
And then they put him in there with what's the dude's name? Marcelo Coceres. And he got dropped in that fight in the 9th round. And then the other fight with Angulo, he's supposed to clean that dude up. He got so frustrated, he bit the man. He bit him. So to your point, after a while, it's like, yo, we're putting you in there with guys that you're not supposed to just absolutely just blow them out the water, because these guys are veteran guys. They're supposed to test you. You know, the Gabriel Rosados of the world, the Josecito Lopez's of the world. Like, these guys are the litmus test. And it's no disrespect to them, but that's where they are in their careers. Like, these guys are proven guys, veteran guys who are still around. But if you can't deal with them, how the hell are we supposed to presume that we can put you in there with the guys at the top of the division, the cream of the crop?
Yeah, they have they got a good way of like cutting the fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't let you get the money out of them. They like, nah, we took you far, bro. We know what this is. We just gonna cut it off.
Yep.
But as far as the Probox card, man, I'm actually happy to see Anthony Cuba back in the ring, man. Like, this dude, I'm trying to think of it now. Like, I know he lost to Carmel, but shoot, he been fighting tough competition, and Carmel is kind of like, his career is weird right now with the whole Floyd thing. Like, he's not really fighting on the PBC cards where we see him. I think that's an issue. What do you think about Carmel Moulton?
Man, I was gonna start exactly where you just started, bro. Like, what the hell is the plan for this guy? Like, honestly, like, what is the plan for him? So you put him on these cards, right? Cards that they generate interest, but then you don't put him on the televised portion of the card. You got to go see him on X or on IG, and you see highlights and you see snippets of the fight.
Yeah.
And we see more sparring footage of Carmel than we do actual fights. Like, we see him on Fight Hype, sparring this guy, sparring that guy, and there's a lot of promise. We don't really hear too much from him. Every time there is a press conference, it's Floyd speaking for him. So we don't really get a chance to get a glimpse of the young man's personality.
Right.
And to your point, bro, it's like, come on now. And as far as Anthony Cuba's concerned, he gave Carmel a hell of a fight.
No,
he gave him a hell of a fight. Damn good fight. So I'd like to see him get more chances too. And to your point, and this is the part that's very tricky, when guys, when they don't have the backing, they don't have the resources, they're going to be fighting a lot of tough fights against unheralded guys. And then you got to go back and do the deep dive on their resume and really audit it with a fine-tooth comb and be like, nah, this guy was really good. That guy was really good. This guy was really good. He just didn't have the promotion.
Yeah, man, it happens a lot. But Anthony Cuba, he's with Probox, so they're just keeping him active. And at least he's on YouTube, right? That's what I say about the Carmel thing. I'm like, I feel like there's a YouTube portion for the PBC cards. Why don't they throw him on that? Like, I just I wonder if Floyd or if Al Heyman is really involved like he used to, or if has he fully stepped away from this and this is all on to Cubas Jr. now. Because it's just weird seeing, you know what I'm saying? No Floyd, man. It's weird.
Hey, man, that's a great question. I think it's a great question because once upon a time, PBC, remember, they were on, if I'm not mistaken, they were on ESPN early on, then they were on Spike, and then they were on Fox. It wasn't hard to find PBC. And then once they switched to the pay-per-view model, things kind of changed. Got a little shaky. So to your point about Probox, with them being a growing platform, at the very least, you're gonna have some eyes on you. The last Probox card I was watching, they had over 10,000 people watching.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure it was more than that because they also do the simulcast over on Fubo. What's that? Fubo Sports.
Yeah,
They do the
that.
Fubo Sports and they do the Probox broadcast as well. So yeah, as long as you got eyes on you, man. And with Carmel, we hear more about him than we actually see him. So I think it's important that they find a place for him. And if they can't do that, maybe put him out on a lease like they do with some of these guys, right? Like we've seen Erickson Lubin fighting on Probox. Why not get Carmel over there? And Gary Jonas, to go back to Probox, Gary Jonas is doing a fantastic job. One thing he said that I really liked was he tries to get his guys beat. And it ties into something that you said a few minutes ago about Top Rank. He wants to know what it is that he's working with.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put you in there with a guy that's supposed to give you not only a stiff challenge, but could possibly upset you. Because we want to know where you're at. We don't want to wait until we've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into you and then we find out that you're a lemon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're trying to test the car out now. We're trying to push it to the limit. See what we got.
Right. See what
I'm
we
all
got.
with that. I'm all with that because it provides good fights, man. And lets the guys know, hey, I'm not coming in here to just walk over somebody. I got a live dog across the ring from me. And I think we got into that too much over A side, B side thing too much. It watered the sport down. You need competitive fights, man.
Absolutely. And to add on to that point, I was reading an article the other day on Boxing Scene, and it was talking about the effect that A side, B side has had on multiple facets of the sport, notably scoring.
Yeah.
When you have judges going in there and they're basically filling out the card for the damn A side before the fight even plays out. And then you hear it in the commentary as well. Like a Bas Burrell versus Yoenis Tellis, the whole fight they were gassing us up about Tellis, how he's the next this, the next that, and they're completely just bypassing all of the work that this man is doing, making no mention of it. And he was doing fabulous work. but
work
that A side B doing big work. But the A side B side component that you alluded to, bro, like it really distorts things on multiple levels from fighters being somewhat complacent, because I'm pretty sure psychologically that has an effect on them as well. If you go into a fight knowing that this guy is basically down 4-0 on the cards against me, all I got to do is establish myself to some degree and then I can coast.
Yeah. And
why do I got to push myself?
So we saw Canelo do for so long, and I'm sure Crawford had that in his mind. And that's why the fight played the way it did at the end. He made sure he won the 11th and 12th.
Yes, because that's the last thing we need to hear is that he took off in the championship rounds.
Yeah. That's what it would have been. Oh, he didn't take it from the champ. That's what they would have said.
Oh my Lord. That whole you gotta beat the champ thing is one of the things that just absolutely, it just grinds my gears, bro. Like that, and the whole just the championship rounds. I mean, the first and the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, everything in between should be scored the same exact way as the 11th and the 12th. What makes these two rounds any more significant? What makes these what variables should we be gauging these rounds on? Like, all of a sudden 11 and 12, like these are bonus rounds or something like that. Like, nah. Score them the same way.
They 10-9 rounds.
10-9, that's it. 10-9 or 10-8 or 10-7 or however, but just score it based on what's taking place in the ring. And not like you said, like he got to beat the champ, because now we're grading this thing on a slanted scale now. Yeah.
And I think that's where like it got crazy, man. But I think also the judges should be doing open scoring, bro. I just don't I don't understand why this is a mystery. Like, we shouldn't be sitting at the end of any fight waiting longer than a minute. Like, the cards should be already filled out. You just got to fill out your last round. That's all it should be. and then add up the numbers, man. Which somebody got to be able to add up quicker than these 2-minute stoppages we having. Like they add in that suspense that I'm like, man, they better not. And we shouldn't have to say that they better not. But we're at that point now where we are saying that.
That's that nasty feeling you get every single time. It feels like they taking too long to tally it up. It's like, damn, somebody's about to get some type of favoritism or hometown cooking or A-side privilege. You just feel that nasty feeling like, oh, damn, they about to rob this man.
Yeah, man. I think that open scoring would like make the sport so much better. Just for guys like to know, hey, man, I got to go get a knockout. Like, I know people say another guy can run, but I'm like, bro, when somebody's trying to get to you, they'll get to you at some point if they're going to make that effort.
Yeah.
They'll get to you. So if they know they got to do
it. There's a will, there's a way, bro.
They'll get there. Yeah. It may not look good, but they'll get there. And I just think it adds so much suspense to the fight because now the crowd's going to be yelling for their guy now, especially if it's the home guy down. They're going to be rocking. But it's always there. We always get to the end and we like, damn, I hope they don't do that. Yeah. We should never have to say that.
And they got to also figure out a way to have more accurate tallying of the punches.
Oh, yeah.
That CompuBox thing is...
Yeah, it's expired, man. It's old. We got so much technology now. We should be able to... I'm not saying put something in the gloves, but there's got to be something. Some tracking.
I thought about that. Like maybe if they could put sensors in there. Not anything that would be like harmful to the fighters.
Right. Yeah,
we don't need no egg shake form or nothing like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need that, but we definitely need something because one person clicking buttons for one guy and then somebody else clicking buttons for the other guy. And I also feel like to some degree it's a way in which you could confirm your bias. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's a way to legitimize your cooking of the books.
Right.
Because I'll give you an example, bro. In preparation for Crawford Canelo, I was watching those guys' recent fights, and I was looking at Canelo's fights that were open stance. You know, guys that he fought that was southpaw. So of course I went back and watched Lara. I watched the fight that he had with Austin Trout. I watched the fight that he had with John Ryder.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the punch stats and I'm like, yo, this is just not corroborating what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Bro, in the 7th round, according to CompuBox, John Ryder didn't land a single jab. And I'm looking at the CompuBox numbers and I'm literally seeing John Ryder land a jab on this man in the 7th round. He landed several, by the way, but I'm watching him land jabs on this man, but then I'm cross-referencing CompuBox, and they're telling me he didn't land a jab.
That's crazy.
And then fans, we argue with one another and be like, well, look, your man got his ass whooped. Looked at the stats.
The punch stats. Yeah.
Look at the punch stats. And I'm like, yo, this is completely inaccurate.
Yeah. It's hard to score punches. I try to tell people like go to a club show and count punches, bro. Like the shit ain't easy. I don't care where you're sitting at. And then like you're doing this in an arena. No, you're gonna make mistakes. Like I think it's just it's old. It's an old system. It needs to be reamped. It needs something else, man. But yeah, them sitting in the crowd count punches.
You think AI maybe? You see,
I know
people doing the AI things now, like with the where they're able to track the punches, but
yeah, I think it's Radio Raheem built that, the jabber. I like that. It shows way more information than the CompuBox too. Like it shows all the punches. It's really good, man. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Like it's got a few fights too.
We got to pivot to something or CompuBox, like you said, man. It needs to be revamped. It needs a complete overhaul because I'm watching this fight and I'm cross-referencing it. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm watching this man jab this man in the face. And CompuBox is telling me that he was like 0 for 21 with jabs in this round. I'm like, this is like madness. And they're not even like jabs where Canelo's got his hands up and you could argue like, okay, it was a glancing blow because it grazed his gloves or something like that. Like, nah, this is dead smack in the face. You can pause it at the point of contact.
Yeah, this is the jabber, bro. Like it tells you like all the punches. It's pretty crazy. I think Radio Raheem's the one who made it, or is associated with the people who made it.
From Seconds Out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it'll say like left hook, right straight. Like, yeah, it says all the punches too. But obviously they had to go, like they had to look at recordings. They couldn't do. I don't think they could do it live yet. I think that's what they're trying to figure out.
That's the issue. That's the issue. Live. Yeah. So LA was saying that they compared CompuBox with an AI generated software side by side, and CompuBox was off by 30%. I can believe it, bro, because I'm looking at these fights, like I'm saying, looking at Canelo versus Ryder, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. They said he didn't land a jab, and it's like, yo, I just watched the guy land hella jabs. Yeah, I agree, man. It needs to be reamped, but then I'm like, bro, like boxing, like it's hard to change things in boxing. It's just full of old habits. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't like the sport to be changed, especially, you know, the older guys. They don't like it, man. They like, yo, we got to keep it this way. Boxing been like this forever, but it's an old model. It needs to be re-looked at in a way. Because like, yeah, I don't believe it's accurate either. I've always told people that. Like, don't look at copy box, because I can't think of me sitting down and scoring punches all the time, bro. Like, I just can't see, especially angles too. Like the angles of the fighters where they are in the ring. It's harder to see a hook on a body shot when you're standing like on behind him or to the side. Like, you don't, like, it's tough to see certain angles. That's why certain judges, I think, too, have hard time scoring because of where they're sitting on the ring. Depending where the work is.
I was just about to say that, bro. I was just about to say that. That's why you have some coaches, you know, they implore their guys to stay in the center of the ring where you're more visible. If you're like you just said, depending on where you are in the ring, if you're in the corner somewhere up against the ropes, man, it's hard to see that work sometimes. Because and then conversely, you could be doing a great job defensively. Like one fight comes to mind on Brandon Adams versus Andreas Kasarakis.
Oh yeah, Cats. Yeah. That was a good fight.
Cats was working. He was letting his hands go, but Brandon Adams, he was catching a lot of those shots on the arms and on the elbows and all that other stuff. But to your point, if you're a judge sitting off on the far side and all you see is this, Cats working, and you can't see the angle of this dude slipping it, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, catching them and rolling with shots. You can't see that. It just looks like you getting pressed out and punched on.
Yeah. Nah, I agree, man. I think it's tough. That's why I was like, do we put the judges somewhere else? But I'm like, man, now somebody gonna have to watch them, and now people gonna be like, yeah, they were cheating. Like, you know, there's always these things, man. I was thinking like putting them up,
or maybe give them a monitor, or maybe give them a monitor to look at or something like that, so they can see it the way we see it, because we get a clearer view than they do because we have the advantage of various vantage points. Yeah, you got you can get an overhead view, you can get from the far side, from this angle, that angle, so on and so forth, ringside. You know what I mean? So maybe they need something like that.
Yeah, I agree, man. They need to update it for sure, because even the scoring system, like sometimes I don't understand it either, because the way the fights are scored. And then it's like they get to leave, bro. They don't even have to explain to us how they scored the fight. Like
they just dip out.
They just dip out, and then we just see them back again for another big one. And it's like, oh, man.
Yep. And that's why they probably don't want to employ open scoring across the board, because you know they were doing open scoring in Texas. I'm not sure if they still are. But they were doing open scoring in Texas. Canelo versus Trout, that was in Texas. That was open scoring, and it was hilarious because the judges, you know, with them making their scores known, you know, Paulie Malignaggi lost his mind in like the 10th round. was like no, it was like the ninth round because it was a really close fight, and he was like the guy who had it basically a clean sweep for Canelo. He was like that dude can go to the bathroom for the rest of the fight because he's probably gonna score the next 4 rounds for Canelo.
Yeah, he's not watching. Yeah, that was a good fight.
He ain't watching
that one. Nah, that's true, man. Even like Turkey bringing it into the WBC Grand Prix, I thought that was good too. The way they implemented open scoring, but it's kind of weird how if it's a draw, they still had another judge score it, and then they picked a winner. I thought that was pretty weird too. But I get it; it's tournament style, so you got to keep it moving. But at least Troy Nash, he didn't get no loss, man. He just got a draw, so that's good.
Shout out to Troy Nash. But you know, but you made another fantastic point, bro. I mean, this thing has been going on for so long. As far as at this point, I don't even know if you can call it corruption. The game has been built upon like finessing. Like that's what this boxing game has been built upon for like the longest time. From the mob era and even prior to the mob's involvement. You know, you've had fixed fights. You go back to the early 1900s, George Carpentier versus Battling Siki, and this dude was supposed to take a dive for 250 francs, bro. And we talking about literally over 100 years ago.
Jeez.
So
that's wild.
We talk about integrity and purity of sport and competition. It's been the furthest thing from that for over 100 years now.
Yeah, boxing, it's always been the Wild West. That's why, like, when people are like, "Oh, Jake Paul's extorting the game," I'm like, "Nah, really, man. I mean, he's doing it, but like, at least he giving back. These dudes not even giving back. Some of them, they just take it. At least Jake Paul giving you a promotional company. He paying the women better than what they ever been paid. He paying prospects now. You know, not everybody gonna do that. Trust me.
Hell no. I mean, you know, you read about what some of these promoters have been doing to their fighters over the span of time, finding every little recoupable cost that they can exploit. Like you hear about Mike Tyson getting charged for towels.
Yeah.
It's just like what?
That's crazy.
Ran up a bill of tens of thousands of dollars for towels at the compound. You know, when he was working with Don King. These guys are gonna find ways to get money back up out of you.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Virtually a loan to some degree. You know what I mean? It's like we're gonna give you this money, but then we're gonna find ways to get it back out of you.
Yep.
We're gonna control you.
Just like the rap industry, bro.
That's exactly what it is. Get this advance. Folks be getting that advance mixed up with the signing bonus. No, the signing bonus is yours to keep. The advance you have to recoup. You got to pay that
recoup
back.
That, yeah.
And if you don't recoup, you're gonna be in the red, bro.
Exactly.
And these promoters don't want to be in the red, and that's why a lot of these fights don't take place. That's why they don't happen until they feel comfortable that they're gonna make the money.
Right. Everybody
think
wants
that these
like
fighters don't want to fight.
Yeah, everybody wants the lion's share and be the main lead. And yeah, man, that's exactly what happens. Like it's just egos and crazy, man. Because like I look at a guy like Oscar De La Hoya who fought everybody, but like as a promoter, he's the complete opposite of what he was as a fighter. Like he don't match his guys up. 1,000%. Like Virgil Ortiz, like we don't see his guys fighting, man. Shout out to Floyd Schofield, but he ain't in no danger either. But man, Oscar was fighting everybody, man. Like
Oscar gonna keep rotating poor JoJo Diaz around. You know, remember he had JoJo fighting what's my man's name? Williams Zepeda. Yeah, he got him fighting. Every time he got a prospect now, it's like, yo, just throw JoJo in there with him.
Duarte made
Duarte. He just passing JoJo around instead of, you know, to your point, seeking fighters outside of the umbrella that could be formidable opponents, and especially if you look at where this man is ranked.
He's number
within
one.
These sanctioning bodies. He's at the top everywhere. Why you ain't fighting these guys?
Yeah, man. I think
but Oscar knows what it is, though. Oscar knows what it is. and he wants to maximize that return. We're gonna milk this thing for all it's worth.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's what they all do. That's why it's unfortunate, man. But I hope that boxing. I think we've been spoiled though, man. I can't even say it's bad because we've been getting good fights. We've been getting good events.
Yes, we have.
As of lately, it's been
on a global
good.
level. On a global level, because in addition to Probox, I really enjoy those IBA cards, like the Champions Night.
Yep.
The matchmaking is pretty damn good over there. I must say, I can't even front.
Russians and Kazakhstans, all them dudes.
Yeah, man, and they have like a lot of those guys who were they have really good amateur pedigree, like Yoel Fennell, like the dude was fighting like featherweight, Olympic silver medalist.
Yeah,
you got this dude in there fighting some stiff ass competition, so I can't really trip. What's my man? He was highly touted. Batagaziev, Albert.
Oh, okay.
And they threw him in there with Jazza Dickens.
Jazza Dickens, that name sounds familiar.
Albert Batagaziev, this dude was the #1 contender in the WBA. He was actually Lamont Roach's mandatory at 130.
Really?
Yeah. And they threw him in there with the dude Jazza Dickens, and Jazza upset him.
Jazz beat him, man. Oh man.
Yeah. So IBA, they don't coddle their guys. Like you said, man, it's those Eastern Europeans, them tough ass dudes that had like over 150, 200 amateur fights. They turn pro when they're like 25, 26. So they're on the fast track. Like IBA is full of them dudes. What's my man's name? He fights over there constantly. Albert Ramirez at 175. He's like ranked top 5 in all 4 of the sanctioning bodies.
Yeah.
I seen him fighting over there. I seen Yoenli Hernandez fighting over there before he was on PBC.
Oh yeah, Yo-Yo. Shout out to Yo-Yo.
Yeah, man. Yo-Yo was fighting over there on the IBA, man, before he was on PBC. He's fighting in the IBA. Like IBA matched them dudes tough.
Yeah, he said he's not gonna fight Lara though. I was like, damn, bro.
But now that I think about it, I can't recall any of these Cuban guys fighting each other in the pros. They fight everybody else though, so I ain't going.
You're right.
I ain't gonna give them too much grief about it. They fight everybody else.
Yeah, they do fight everybody else, man. They don't say no to fight. That's true.
Them dudes fight everybody but their countrymen. So it ain't like it's anything Cubans,
new. What do you think Andy Cruz got to do next, man? He been quiet.
Man, I would love to see him fight. What's my man's name? Raymond Morataya. I would like to see him fight him.
Yeah, I think he's positioned for that fight.
Yes. That last fight that he just had with the Japanese cat was the IBF eliminator.
Yeah.
So he's ranked #1 right now in the IBF. And, after Lomachenko's retirement, Morataya was upgraded to full-time champ. So I would love to see him fight him. And the reason why I love to see him fight him, in the event that he was successful, I believe that could be a possible route to seeing Andy Cruz versus Shakur Stevenson. Because they're both over that Matchroom.
Yeah. Yep.
But you don't want to mess around and give one of those guys an L if you could make it a bigger fight, potentially. Unification.
Damn.
Make the juice worth the squeeze.
You were #1 in the BC too. Damn.
Yep. But again, if you're Eddie Hearn, it's like, why would I have both of my guys fight each other right now for one belt?
Right.
If I could line them up over here, possibly alleviate this man of his IBF strap, bring it back to Matchroom, and then we have unification.
Yeah.
And Andy Cruz did fight on the Turkey card, so we could probably get these guys a big payday. Remember, Andy Cruz fought Antonio Moran on that August 3rd card last year.
Dang, bro. That'd be good if Abdullah Mason could beat Sam Noakes. He try to go fight Andy Cruz or Raymond. I don't know if he'll fight Shakur, man. I think he should.
I don't think so. Not because I don't think these guys will fight each other, but it's like, the Jay Prince connection. Both of those guys are managed by Jay Prince.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's like, do you want to throw them in there? But you did mention Raymond. I mean, that is a possibility because remember, they're both over there at Top Rank.
Yep.
So if he gets the WBO, maybe we could have that unification and then possibly even have let's say the winner between those two fight Andy Cruz, and then now you possibly have well, it would still be 2 belts.
Yeah.
But it remains to be seen what happens with Tank Davis, because we've seen the WBA said that he didn't put in for an exemption.
Yeah, he might finally relinquish that belt.
Might have to give that up.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
now,
Does Schofield have the Reggie? What does he have? I don't know what Schofield has.
Hey, let's double check. I'm not sure if he got it for that Tevin Farmer fight.
Yeah. I don't remember the Reggie being on the line.
Neither do I. But there's nothing a quick Google search couldn't solve. Nope.
No. So he got to fight probably. Lucas
He's number
Body.
one. He's number one though. He's number one in the WBA.
Yeah.
He might have to fight Body. Lucas Body is second.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening. I mean, this is what I'm saying though, bro. It's like, if you, and this speaks to your point about Oscar De La Hoya. If you got a guy who is number one in the WBA, Tank Davis is a massive fight. Why not lobby for that?
Right. Yeah. It's a big money fight. You already done business with the PBC, Ryan Garcia.
Right.
So,
right.
You know.
But instead, you have him fight a guy in Jojo Diaz who's not even ranked at 135. As a matter of fact, he just fought at 140.
Yeah, he just fought Regis, right? Yeah.
Yeah, at 140. So
shrinking him down, man.
Nah, Andy Cruz is on the move though in all of these sanctioning bodies though, because he's number 3 right now in the WBA, and then he's currently number 7 in the WBO. So it seems like, man, the world is at his fingertips right now. Like he's this close.
Yeah, I think his next fight will be for a title. It'll just be a matter of which one. Probably the IBF though. I think the IBF's the easiest one to get. You put up that petition, they gonna make you fight, man. The IBF don't play.
They will. In addition to the IBF, their involvement, we also got to take into consideration that Top Rank, they currently don't have a home. You know, that last fight, the Inoue fight, that shit was on Facebook.
Yo, I heard that was on Facebook, bro.
Bro, I watched it on Facebook.
Yo, I was like, what are they doing? I thought he had an Amazon Prime deal or something. Like, I thought Inoue fights on Prime. Like,
I know he was doing business with Riyadh Season.
Yeah.
And the next fight, the joint with Alan Picasso, is going to be over there with them. But I was like, yo, we got an undisputed fight on Facebook.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's one less barrier though for Andy Cruz and Raymond Morataya. If Eddie Hearn, and like you said, if they decide to petition and go that route and force the fight, that's one less barrier, because it's like, all right, you guys don't have a broadcaster, so we don't have to concern ourselves with broadcasting, right? Come do it over here on the Zone. We already got the network. We got the bread. Do it over here.
Nah, it sounds like that's the route Top Rank's going, because like you even look at all their guys are moved. Like I saw Jahad Tucker say he's fighting on like Paramount, and then we got Tiger Johnson fighting on Probox against Nicholas Floss. Right. So like
Nicholas Floss,
they got the guys going out right now. I mean, at least they active.
That is one positive.
They're not getting shelved, you know. I think you got all that young talent. You got to keep them moving. You got to keep them in the ring. Can't keep them steady.
We saw PBC do some of the same things too over the past like 2 years or so. Like even when they didn't have pay-per-view dates for guys, they still found a way to get them fighting somewhere. Like Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo, that was on that Riyadh Season card. Carlos Adames, they sent him over there Riyadh Season to fight Hamza Shiraz. It was somebody else too. Edwin De Los Santos, hey Edwin, take your butt over there to
the Top Rank,
fight the Top Rank card. So they've been doing the same thing, kind of like loaning these guys out.
Yeah, you got to do
But
that.
it's smart in a sense because now you get to I can't remember what the name of that fee is, but it's somewhat like licensing. So you go over there and you fight over there on these people's promotion, we get 20% of that.
Yeah, it's like
And
the
they got to put the
promotional
bread
fee.
up. It's
Yeah,
like a promotional fee. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not called a
we're rent.
finder's fee. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I
Yeah,
remember reading something where Lou DiBella was talking about it.
yeah. It's like renting out your likeness because they own
Yes.
essentially your likeness and all your photography, everything. So they're like, yeah, we renting out your business, our business with you to somebody else. So we got to get a cut.
Yes. So you got to
And
pay
I've always
that
felt,
20% off top.
yeah, I always felt as long as the deal is good, like it's good for everybody. But obviously, some people don't feel the same way because they want all that money. That guy can sell tickets. They want all them tickets.
Right.
Hey,
That's a fair point. I believe that partially got in the way of Boots Norman happening. Because
yeah,
remember, they wanted it over there on DAZN. And I also believe that's part of the reason why they were so adamant about getting the 2 million or whatever it was. Because they weren't
mhm.
gonna walk away with 2 million. They wanted to walk away with $1 million after all of the fees. And
Right,
one of the
right.
fees would have to be, what you just said, bro. Bob is like,
Getting the
all right,
top
you want to
rank.
go over there,
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
on DAZN, break us off our tribute. We need that, our tithes and offerings. We need that
Mhm.
20% for y'all to go over there. Because we
Yeah,
essentially we have the rights to your likeness and so on and so forth. And
yeah, man.
that's generally a huge barrier to some of these fights taking place too. We always look at the promotional outfits, but not their affiliations as far as our broadcasting rights is concerned.
No, that's true, man. The networks, yeah,
The
yeah,
networks, because they have to own they have to air the fight, and then they also want to have rights to the replays. When they
yeah.
upload the videos to YouTube,
They want
they get
those.
bread off that too.
Yep. Yeah,
They
that's
want
why I
them
thought
views.
for sure it'd be easy for Top Rank to get a deal because, bro, their library is stacked. You're talking about Floyd fights, Oscar fights, Ali, whoever they promoted, they got the library. So I'm just like surprised that, or maybe they're just gonna do something independent, make an app or something. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
Yeah, I mean, to that point though, you see what they did over with what the hell is that streaming service? Tubi. They got a whole Top Rank channel on Tubi
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
where they
thought that
just
was
play
good.
24 hours. They just play fights from the
Yep.
catalog. The catalog is deep because we talking about going back to
Oh
like
yeah.
the 70s, bro. Like
Yeah, Bob's been
Ali
around
fights,
forever.
Frazier
Yeah.
fights, Foreman fights. Like Bob has been around for a long time, bro. Hagler,
Mm-hmm.
Hearns, Leonard,
Yeah.
Roberto Duran, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I thought for sure anybody who's gonna go do with Top Rank, they looking at that catalog like we can have that on our channel for however long this deal is. That's crazy. But hey, they I guess Tyler Buff, he's got a vision. He got something going on, I'm guessing.
Something. But that yo, when the news of them splitting with ESPN was made privy to us, that was one of the things I didn't take into consideration. What you just said, bro. Their library, like that
Mm,
joint is so extensive.
yeah.
If I'm whoever it is that's brokering the deal with the network or with a broadcaster, that's one of the talking points.
Oh,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
yo,
Yeah.
just look at how deep our catalog is, and boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like,
Like you said, you
because
could just do a dedicated channel on your network to our library.
and Top Rank is so smooth with it. You see what they do every time there's a big fight, right? Because they've had so many people, to your point about their star making or just like their
Mhm.
matchmaking. Bud Crawford is no longer signed to Top Rank.
Yeah.
Yet this Canelo fight, literally like the day before, they had a damn Bud Crawford marathon on
Yeah,
the
they could
Top
do
Rank
that.
YouTube channel, and
Exactly.
they could do that because
Yeah.
they own the rights.
Yeah, yeah.
Floyd
They could
Mayweather, Mike Tyson, when they do that exhibition, I
yeah,
guarantee you they have a Floyd Mayweather
you're right. They
marathon,
will.
and then they're gonna have videos like the time where Floyd showed dog and determination, and they're gonna replay the damn DeMarcus Corley fight. Remember he got hurt in that fight? They're gonna play that one.
You're right.
The time where he showed complete dominance, and then they're gonna show us the Diego Corrales fight, and then that's gonna generate another 100, 200,000 views, and then AdSense and this and that. It's like it's ridiculous. Like the ways in which they're able to continue to generate revenue off of their catalog.
Yeah, man. And it's even the guys who they got now too, like even Shakur Stevenson. You know, I don't know what Teal's situation is either, but yeah, they even got the Devin Haney fights with Loma. They still got Devin and Caboose. Like they got a little bit of everybody, which is just nuts.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. When they did Wilder, Wilder
Fury
versus Zhang, Wilder versus Fury, Wilder versus Parker, like those recent fights, they were like, "Yo, relive the trilogy." Wilder and what's the name? And you go look, it shit got millions of views. Like it would just happen last Saturday. It's crazy.
Yep.
That stuff is
like
gold.
A rap game. These men need to own their rights. Their images.
Yeah, they do.
No, you're right, and that's why like I praise Devin Haney because like that's what he doing. Like he goes from network to network, but he don't stay in long deals. He don't.
Nope.
He goes and gets his checks. And right now, you could say he's a free agent because he's with Riyadh season. So he with Turk now. We'll see what happens there.
I wonder if fighters, when they work with a company like Top Rank, if their management put some type of clause or stipulation into the deal as far as the retention of the rights of these fights. Because it's like, yo, I'll give you a perfect example. You just mentioned Devin Haney, Golden Boy, Matchroom, and DAZN.
Yeah.
On 420 this year, they reposted the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Do
all
these
got
guys get a
Devin
cut of
Haney.
that?
Yeah. Yeah. They probably don't. I'm thinking about it. They probably don't.
Or do they just get a piece of the gate? And if there is any back end, if it happened to be a pay-per-view fight, but it's like who gets all that bread off the return? And that's why these promoters are extremely adamant about these fights taking place on their home networks.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they want to retain the rights because they can replay it whenever they want to.
Well, you know what? I think in this day and age of boxing, you're right, bro. They got to retain something because pay-per-view's dying, man. That's not a thing anymore. That's where these guys got their back-end money from, pay-per-view sales. But yeah, it's got to be percents, man. It's got to be like streaming's the new thing, man. Even in the rap game, we see it. And I never understood like how rappers don't have more percentage in their streaming. Like, I don't even understand that. Like, yeah, album sales is not it, bro.
It's absurd.
Nobody's buying albums.
But bro, it is ridiculous though, because they tell you X amount of streams are the equivalent of a purchase, right? But to what you were just saying about the percentages, did you know Spotify, they only pay artists 0.0000006%. It's like 10,000th of a penny.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. How low it is right now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I remember reading this article when Lil Uzi Vert, he broke streaming records at the time. I'm pretty sure somebody's surpassed it by now. But that song XO Tour Life, it was like the first rap song to generate over 1 billion streams.
Yeah.
And they only paid him like 200,000.
That's
but
crazy.
The song generated millions.
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell do you justify giving this dude 200,000 of a song that he wrote, and you generated like tens of millions of dollars off of this one song? Or you could even go back to the 90s pre-streaming. Remember TLC? That second album was one of the biggest selling albums in history. generated over $75 million, and they got $1.5 million to split between the three of them.
Yeah, I remember them talking about that on the documentary. I was like, damn,
it was ridiculous, bro.
The splits is nuts.
And then to go back to the retention and ownership, they didn't even own the name TLC. They had to go to Pebbles, who was their manager, and buy back the rights to the name. And she charged them $500,000 per letter. So they had to pay $500,000 for T, $500,000 for L, and $500,000 for C to get to be able to use the name TLC.
That's crazy.
For their succeeding albums from that point on. It's ridiculous.
Nah, man. And it man. Especially like my man Tory Lanez, he did it too. He broke the internet. He broke the game in my eyes because he did the NFT thing, and then he got like money. He got percents on what people were selling, so he didn't even have the label involved. Yeah, it was straight to his bank account, and that's how these guys need to do it. But hey, I think it's the same thing in boxing, bro. Like they should be sitting down with Turk saying, "Yo, I'm not gonna do pay-per-view, but I want 1% of this, 1% of that. We'll be doing here." I'm sure Turk gonna be like, "Sure, bro." Especially like your purse ain't got to be big now. You just banking on just people watching, just views. Yeah, I think for sure like they can do that, but like nobody's thinking about that because like. Yeah, man, these guys just like to fight. A lot of them are not business guys.
And I think another thing is this too, bro, is you hear, let's say you hear 1.5 million or 2 million up front, and that's guaranteed. You like, man, I need that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sounds good. Yeah.
That instant gratification. It's like, yo, you gonna give me what?
Yeah, and it sounds good until you get the check, and then everybody got their hand out like, okay, we need our percent. Uncle Sam needs his percent.
Everybody needs it, man. Everybody needs it. And then what these guys are not thinking about is this thing is slowly but surely going back to the olden days, right? Like all the OGs always talk about how they used to watch Wide World of Sports. And watch NBC Sports and things of that sort.
Cable television.
Yeah. But the reason why they were able to do that is because of advertisement dollars, right? Now, it's cool when we watch a pay-per-view and you don't got to see any commercials, right? It's just, but look at that Netflix, them last couple of cards, whether it be the Riyadh season, well, the Canelo Alvarez, Bud joint, or the MVP cards. Bro, every time there's a break in the action, there's an ad coming up on the screen. You watch Netflix all day long. You can watch movies, documentaries, family shows, yada, yada, yada. You won't see a single commercial on there.
That's true.
But Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, they got an estimated 50, 60 million people watching concurrently. Oh, they going to slip some advertisements in there.
Yeah.
Because it's too big of a moment. There are far too many eyes on this event for us not to be selling something to somebody.
Word. And then you got these big events. Now you can go back to the board and say, yo, look at these events we having. We raising the price up on these ads.
Right.
You want that spot. You have to pay. Right. Yeah, I think Netflix, they understand it, man. And they're always kind of ahead of the curve because, like, I could see them really putting their foot in sports, man. If ESPN don't be careful, Netflix might come along and buy some NBA games, buy some football games.
They've already done it with WWE. You see Raw is on there.
Yup, they on there. That's crazy. So we got to see what they do, man. I think for sure they're gonna be there. Netflix for sure. They're gonna be around for a while. I thought Amazon would have followed suit though and just invested in PBC fully, but I don't know.
They didn't. They just did like some. It seems like a pseudo distribution deal. It's like,
it's like you could put it on here. You could put it on here, but we're not gonna really. They don't really promote it either. They don't give it the just due that, Netflix, bro. Like Netflix went out with that whole Canelo series and Crawford series. Like the production is just A1. gives you that old HBO 24/7 all access days, and I don't think Amazon's that invested, bro, at all.
And they should be, and I'll tell you why, because PBC has a deep roster. Beyond the same guys that we see recycled to us on a regular basis, they got other guys over there. Like they got those brothers. I believe they're twins, the prospects. They're like 23 years old. I can't remember what weight they fight on. Hispanic brothers. I've seen them fighting on other platforms. I didn't even know they were signed to PBC.
Oh shoot, I didn't even know PBC had young guys outside of Carmel.
They got young guys over there, but they fighting on. Some of them are fighting on Probox.
Oh man,
some of them are fighting on the zone, like on Matchroom cards and stuff like that, like getting loaned out, similar to what we're about to see with Tiger Johnson. And another thing that was very surprising with the Amazon thing too, because you just made a fantastic point about raising the price up on the ads, right? That is the Super Bowl model. Super Bowl advertisements cost upwards of $1 million. You know what I mean? $1 million, but they know they can charge that because it's going to be the most watched sporting event. Hell, it's going to be one of the most watched events of the year, period.
Right.
Regardless of genre. You know what I mean? The Super Bowl, every year they average over 100 million views. So if you're Coke, if you're Apple, if you're Kanye West companies, or whomever, you got a new movie that you starring The Rock and Kevin Hart, you're gonna put that bread up because over 100,000, over 100 million people are gonna see that.
That's true, man. Surprised Hulu hasn't pulled the trigger on boxing since they are Netflix's biggest competitor. Oh, for real, Hulu? I didn't know that, man. I thought Amazon would have been the biggest competitor. But
I know Amazon Prime has a lot of subscribers globally. But I wouldn't be surprised if what the brother's saying is correct as far as Hulu is concerned, because Hulu also works directly with a lot of those networks that used to be premium channels on cable, like Stars.
That's
HBO.
true.
Then they have the bundles where you could do ESPN, Disney Plus, and a couple of the other ones like that. Yeah. So Hulu is known for TV, you know what I mean? So viewership. Amazon Prime is like, a lot of people got Amazon Prime, but maybe not for content specifically.
Right. Yeah, it's more for shopping and stuff. Yeah.
Shopping. Right. For shopping.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But even still, that's another great point though, Ryan. For the shopping. If you're Amazon Prime, why in the hell do you not have, like, remember back in the days, you will watch, or even I don't know if they still do this with the Super Bowl, but they used to do this with the Super Bowl, where you can buy memorabilia to commemorate the event.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, this is the hat for Super Bowl, yada, yada, yada. Call this number, do the mail order, and we'll send you a hat, or we'll send you a poster or something like that. Special edition to commemorate. If you're Amazon Prime and you have a David Benavidez fight, or you have a Tank Davis fight, or even a guy like a Caleb Plant, he's done fantastic for himself in the merchandising realm with the whole Revenge Tour line that he's got. If he's fighting Resendiz, bro, you should be able to click some shit on the screen that'll take you directly to the store to where you can buy a Revenge Tour, a Caleb Plant shirt, or a Caleb Plant action figure. I know he was selling the action figures once upon a time. I'm not sure if he's still doing that. Or David Benavidez. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to just, from the comfort of our couch, watch this fight and be able to shop at the same time. Yo, I want to buy a David Benavidez t-shirt, or I want to buy a program to commemorate this event. Some type of memorabilia or something like that.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You got posters in the background, bro. You should be able to buy a poster. Man. You should be able to buy a poster from Amazon or through Amazon Prime. Like Shawa just said, Caleb got his own website. He even has DavidBenavidez.com. Link it through the Amazon.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's
Give him a
seamless.
little percent, and he good, man. Now he making money.
Commission, consignment, or something.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
but they're not thinking like that though. They're not thinking like that. It's just like, yo, we'll let you broadcast a fight here. We'll distribute it for you.
Yeah, it's a lot of money on the table, man.
They could be maximizing this thing. And if they were finding ways to maximize it, right, then we would be getting more fights on the PBC platform.
Absolutely.
Because one of the reasons why we don't get steady fights from PBC on their platform is because of the lack of dates. And the lack of dates is tied to what? Budget.
Lack of money. Yeah.
Top Rank was getting money from ESPN, who is a subsidiary of Disney. And you know, Disney's one of the biggest corporations in the world.
The biggest,
so you got Bob and Bob linking. You got Bob Arum linking with I believe the dude's name is Bob Iger. That's the CEO of Disney.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you got a guy like Shakur Stevenson getting paid $3.5 million or $5 million to fight Artem Haratunian or somebody, or you know what I mean? Like Shakur was getting paid good money on Top Rank, contrary to popular belief. People were thinking like this dude was pinching pennies and he don't sell and he's not a commodity and yada yada yada. Brother, I heard Timothy Bradley shooting the breeze with my man Boxing Gems one night, and he was like, people would be surprised at how handsomely Shakur Stevenson was getting paid for these fights. Like
he was in the mills. Most guys don't get in the mills, bro. Especially on free TV. Like that's good.
There you go. This man's getting paid millions to fight on ESPN Plus. No pay-per-view, no back end. Getting paid. But the reason why he's getting paid is because they had a budget.
Right.
They had a budget.
Yeah, the budget was a huge thing for PBC. But they just they blew it with Showtime, man. They didn't give us enough. They didn't give enough good fights consistently. They gave us good fights.
They did. They did.
But it was too inconsistent though. And I feel like Showtime was like, man, forget this.
But I also feel like they mismanaged it over there on Showtime.
Yeah,
I mean, from a fan standpoint.
Yeah, they did mismanage it. They did.
For the boxers, I love it. I love the fact that those guys were getting paid and they were able to milk it for all it was worth. Those guys were getting paid pretty good. But for myself, the reason why I say from a fan standpoint, I feel like they mismanaged it is because the roster is so extensive. And I felt like with PBC, we were only seeing the tip of the iceberg. And then there were certain guys where we did see them finally emerge on the big stages, like who?
Yeah. We didn't even know him or nothing. Had no
Didn't know him.
Yeah. And it's tough to get behind guys like that.
Right. And you know how people are. For the most part, we equate notoriety to quality and vice versa. Like those two things are pretty much synonymous with one another in our eyes.
Yeah. Yep.
And you can have a guy who's a fantastic fighter, but it's like we haven't heard of this dude, so he must be a bum.
Yo, it's so true, man. Boxing fans are terrible.
He must be trash. We haven't heard of him. Or he's fighting in obscurity somewhere. Like you just made the point about Anthony Cuba about a half hour ago. Like this guy's fighting tough opposition. But then us boxing fans, since we haven't heard of the guys that we fight, we just automatically just dismiss him. He's like, he's just fighting bums.
Yeah.
Like, nah, he's fighting stiff competition.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's what we do, man. That's what we do.
So with the PBC, if they had not only a budget, but also with Amazon Prime, like you said a few minutes ago about not PBC, but Netflix, what they did with the buildup, for Crawford and Canelo. I feel like with Amazon Prime, you got I think they got like 300 million subscribers or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you could convert maybe just like 1% of those people, that's like 3 million people, bro.
Yeah.
Into boxing fans. And the way that you can do it is doing what the UFC did.
Word.
With the whole Ultimate Fighter thing.
Yeah. I think we had the Contender, but it just never took off.
We did have the Contender, but the thing with the Contender was it wasn't tied to a brand.
A big promoter either, I don't think.
No, it wasn't. And that's what I'm saying. And you have some quality fighters on there too. I mean, what's the name is a contender right now? No pun intended. At 160. Sugar Shane Mosley son.
Oh, yeah.
Shane Mosley Jr.
Yeah, he went through it. Yeah.
He was over there at the Contender. We just saw Brandon Adams putting in work versus Boachuk.
Word.
He was on the Contender. He was on the same season as Shane Mosley Jr. He actually won the whole tournament.
Yeah, Brandon Adams. Shout out to him.
He won the whole tournament.
Doing his thing.
Getting busy. He went from the Contender to fighting like Jamal Charlo.
Mm-hmm.
And then some other guys after that. But to my original point, the point that I was making was if you tie a show like that to a promoter, whether it be PBC or Top Rank, Golden Boy or Matchroom, somebody who's somewhat notable, it can galvanize not only the pre-existing fans, but then now you can rope in new fans.
Yep.
And then not only that, but you also build stronger brand recognition. And then by the time you get them ready for it, and then you look at every other major sport, they have a feeder system or a farm system.
Yeah, exactly.
To where you can track these guys' progress. Like even if you want to count the WWE, before you see these guys and gals on Raw and SmackDown, and then the seasonal or like the pay-per-view promotion that they have, like SummerSlam or WrestleMania, you see them on NXT.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you see them on there, and then they rise up through the ranks, and then you see them on Monday Night Raw, and then Friday Night SmackDown. I think they do SmackDown on Friday nights now, and then you see them on the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Why should we not have that with PBC?
I know, man. I've been trying to say that too. They got to start building some young stars, but I don't know. They don't seem interested. Way cheaper too to build a young star.
Yep, because you can pay those guys less.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay those guys less, and with lower costs, lower overhead, and you have
right.
You could do smaller productions, and you can have these guys fighting in 3,000 and 4,000 seat venues and get them accustomed to fighting in front of crowds, and then you can build them up.
Yeah,
they used to do it over there on Showtime with the Showbox, the new generation.
Right, yeah, they did have it. Yeah, with Showbox. Yeah,
HBO, they used to have the Boxing After Dark and you know, programs like that. ESPN used to have the Friday Night Fights.
Yep.
Bring that stuff back. Probox is doing it.
Yeah, Probox is doing it in a good way too. They just keep building.
They're building. I mean, we seen Angelo Leo basically get dismissed from PBC, go over there at Probox, win some fights, worked his way back into contention. Before you know it, now he's the IBF champion, you know, fighting over there at Top Rank and what have you. So, I mean, it can be done, but the reason why I believe that it should be done the way that you said, bro, which is to tie it to a bigger promotion, is for the sake of continuity.
Yep.
So it doesn't have to be like, that's the kid I seen over there at Red Owl Boxing, or that's the kid I seen over there on OTX, or that's the kid I seen over there on Probox. If you have it all under one umbrella, then it can be, now there's a storyline that we can follow. We got continuity with the narrative, and we don't have to follow them from platform to platform to platform. This is just, I mean, we see it with basketball too. NBA, they got the G League.
Yep, they got their G League.
And every team has a G League affiliate.
Right.
So you can track the progress of your G League guys. And then by the time they get called up, it's like, oh, that's Deuce McBride. Like that's like I'm a Knicks fan. So there's certain guys I've seen get called up. And by the time I see them get called up, I'm like, okay, I seen them over there on assignment with the G League team playing over there in Westchester. Now he's playing at Madison Square Garden. And we were able to track his stats and look at the highlights and watch the games. So then by the time we see him, we're familiar with him and we know what to expect.
Yep. Yeah, man.
You can follow it.
Yeah, I don't know why PBC doesn't do that, but they just got their model, I guess, man. They got their model.
They want to pay these guys, and the way that they know how to pay them is through the pay-per-view model. And it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, it's great for the guys that are in position.
Who can draw.
But how about all of the other guys that you have on your platform that aren't in position? For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Managerial issues or whatever the case. Because they recycle the same guys. They recycle the same guys. It's like David Benavidez, it's Tank.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. I guess
Earl.
Fulton is back in their good graces. It was Errol Spence, right? I guess Fulton is back in their good graces, because even him, they had to put him through somewhat of a probationary period.
Had him on the prelims.
Yeah. And I love the fact that he poked fun at himself. He had like the sweatsuit that said prelim gang or something like that on it.
Yeah.
So he was a good sport about it. But yeah, they kind of demoted him, and now he's back up there. But
man. Shout out to Birdman. Nasty Pitbull and Roach, man, they better not make that pay-per-view. That right there, that one's criminal.
Bro, it's already rumored to be pay-per-view for December. It's like, oh my Lord.
I don't even know who's gonna be on it. All that, man. Because Gary's fighting. I don't know, maybe Puello comes back.
Yeah, Gary's fighting Andy Hiroka, but that's gonna be on that Tank card.
Yeah,
which is also good, because once again, another example of PBC allowing their guys to fight on another platform. Right. So we're gonna take advantage. Tank ain't gonna be the only guy over there on the MVP. We're gonna send a couple others over there, make sure they get the exposure from the event.
Yep. Oh man, I hope Jermell comes back then for this. Jermell Charlo. I heard he's in camp. I don't know who he might fight a boss, because I think he's champion recess, but he hinting he want to fight Earls, but I don't think Earl's ready.
Yeah, but even if he was, it's like, do you have that as a co-main to Pitbull versus Roach? And I couldn't imagine that Errol Spence or Jermell Charlo, in the minds of the people at the PBC, like that's even a co-main. I would imagine that they would look to make that a main event.
Yeah, they're not gonna put those guys as the co.
No, hell no. It's like, who could
maybe
you
a boss
put on this
maybe
card?
A boss and Jermell then maybe. I don't know how much a boss is gonna cost, but yeah,
I saw that as well, Birdman.
They like Elijah Garcia.
Yeah, but is Elijah Garcia, does he warrant a pay-per-view purchase?
No.
Yeah, you got to stack that thing, man. If that's going to be the headline, and it's no slight to, because I do think that's going to be a fantastic fight. But I'm not thinking for myself. I think Roach and Pitbull is going to be a damn good fight.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe Yo-Yo and Carlos Adames. He said that he fell out of negotiations with Janabek. They might bring him back. I mean, it's not a fan-friendly fight. I think Yo-Yo would beat Carlos Adames.
I think it's a fan-friendly fight. I just don't know if that's a fight that fans are clamoring for.
Yeah, like,
but stylistically, I think it's a fan-friendly fight, because Adames has shown, despite the fact that he's very technical, that he's still he's coming to get busy. He's gonna let his hands go. Like I've never seen a fight where he looked to be trying to play keep away, like do just enough to win. Like he's gonna fight, and same with Hernandez. Like he's gonna fight. So I think it would be an exciting fight, but just in terms of name recognition, like that's a fight that we like. Everybody that's in there, but it's like, is that a pay-per-view?
It's
like
not moving the needle. Yeah. Oh no. It's not no co-main. That's not gonna move the needle for nobody. I don't know what they're gonna do for that card. They got no heavyweights.
Nope.
That's
because the one guy they did have, who was supposed to be the next big thing over there, he got cleaned up. Kalnaki, I remember they were pushing him.
Oh yeah, the Polish dude, yeah,
Polish dude, yeah. Then he got stopped by Helenius. It was just downhill after that. He got stopped like 2-3 more times after that, bro. It was like, damn, but they were really pushing him.
Yeah, I didn't know why they was pushing him hard. They were, you're right, though.
Especially in New York, too, because if I'm not mistaken, he's a Brooklyn native. So they were working that edge. They had him fighting a lot of fights at the Barclays. Yeah.
Yep. That's true. He was a ticket seller, man. Because, I always seen him on those Barclay cards for sure.
Every time they fought at the Barclays, he was there. And then he took that nasty loss to Helenius, and it was just downhill after that.
Barrios and Rolly. I don't know, man. Barrios. Maybe Pacquiao and Rolly gonna fight, maybe. Who benefits more if they win, Roach or Pitbull? Probably Lamont. If he could beat Pitbull easier than Tank did, people gonna be like, oh shoot, see,
forget about it.
This is why Tank was ducking. This is why Tank was ducking.
Oh man, he'll never be able to live down none of the legacy talk after that, if that were to happen. And I think that it very well could happen too, because I believe that Pitbull he's been looking a little.
Yeah, he didn't look good in that first fight with who's it, Farrell?
No, he didn't look good at all. He didn't look good.
I thought that was a draw, man. I thought they gifted him that win. I was like, man, this is a draw if you don't give it to Buddy, but
he didn't look good at all, bro. And I think part of it is like the fluctuation with the weight, because you see Pitbull when he's not fighting, he's a
chubby guy.
He's not like a Pitbull, he's like a pug or something. He's like a bulldog, a hefty little dude, man. So I think just having to cut down, he looks sluggish, and on top of that, just like his style is very laborious. He's they're just winging those big shots. The thing that pisses me off about Pitbull is I didn't realize how decent of a jab he had until I rewatched the fight that he had with Giovanni Cabrera. And there were moments where he was like using his jab and touching Cabrera, and I'm like, bro, like, why don't you just sustain that and just like work behind your jab? But nope, in true Pitbull fashion, it's just high guard. He's gonna rock back and forth, overhand you to death, overhand.
Yeah, just swing for the fences.
But he got a decent little jab, man. He's got a decent little jab. But Lamont Roach, oh my Lord, if he were to beat Pitbull and beat him not just convincingly, but it's like lopsided, then he looks into the camera, Tank, where you at? It's like, he's gonna set the internet ablaze, man.
That would be diabolical, man.
And they're gonna be even more interviews, which I don't even blame him. I'm not upset with him. I know some people like he cloud chasing, yada yada yada.
Man.
But you gotta take advantage of your moment, because you never know.
Exactly. Yeah, he could have been put on ice, man.
Yes.
Been put on
like
ice.
many other fighters, you got so many fighters out there that are in obscurity. We don't know who they are.
Seen him once, never seen him again.
Right.
Had their moment. Even that dude who fought Navarrete, man, Charlie Suarez, man, had his moment.
I was gutted for him. Only for the commission to turn around and say that the cut was caused by the punch. And not the headbutt. And he got a raw deal because if they went to the cards, it would have been a technical stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
He's the new champion.
Exactly.
But all he got was an apology. That's all he got. Like, damn. That should have been a TKO.
We got it wrong.
That's all he got was an apology.
That's crazy. Yeah,
and that dude Charlie Suarez waited his whole life for that moment. That man's 36 years old.
Yeah. Even the dude who fought Rolly too, like Barrosos.
Yeah, Barroso.
He was beating on Rolly too. Then Rolly got a little chance, and then ref just stopped it.
And then Tony Weeks said, "No, that ain't in the script. It wasn't supposed to go like this."
Somebody was in the crowd, like, "Yo, Tony, what's going on, man?"
He seen the signal. Somebody tugged the air. You know what that means? Like,
yup. He's like, "I gotta get back to my locker room, bro."
Oh my Lord!
Yeah. Said Barroso almost stopped. Yeah, he almost stopped.
Yeah,
Rolly,
he did.
Man. Yeah, Rolly
he did.
in that ring, crazy.
You seen what he did to old boy, and they were giddy about that, man. O'Hara Davies, Golden Boy, they were waxing poetic about him when they signed. They were like, "Oh, look at the new signing, and he's about to, carry the torch in the 140-pound division." Yeah, my man O'Hara Davies. He felt that power from that old man.
Yep.
He disintegrated, bro.
Yeah.
He just.
And then he started like blaming it on the casino. Talking about, in casino they have different type of air in there. I'm like, bro, what? Man, everybody fights in the casinos, not just you. Everybody fights in the casinos, bro. Come on.
That's what happens, man. The air get real different when that old man put that old man strength on you. That strength.
Hit him.
You only got strength. O'Hara's eyes was like he did the Curtis Stevens. Remember when Curtis Stevens got dropped by Triple G? The woo face, like he couldn't believe it was like real power. He's like,
that was real. Yep, that was real. Yeah, man, I forgot.
It's like seeing Bigfoot.
Yep. It's like, damn. That boy can punch, yo. That old man can punch. He still got it.
And poor Barroso. Then they threw him in there with Andy Hiroka, and he ended up getting stopped. But he should have had his day in the sun. He should have been crowned the champion.
Mm-hmm. Nah, man. But
if I was a PBC, I would have worked that angle too, because everybody loves a story of perseverance and resilience.
Yeah, they could have worked it and then had somebody beat him eventually.
But then of course you could just allow him to be like the oldest 140-pound champion in history or what have you, and it's a feel-good story.
Yeah.
Even similar to Andy Ruiz. Remember Andy Ruiz when he beat Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, that was a big thing.
All I saw on social media was, man, I'm canceling my gym membership and muscles don't win fights and this, that, and the third. He was giving people a lot of hope out here, man.
Yeah, he was. Yo, Andy Ruiz, yep.
So if you got Barroso become champion at, 41, 42 years old, he's like the new Colonel Sanders. KFC, I was talking about this earlier with my wife. Colonel Sanders, KFC didn't pop off till Colonel Sanders was like 65 years old, 66 years old.
Oh damn, I didn't know that he was that old.
Yeah,
I knew
that's
old,
why you see him. That's why you see him in as the logo. He's the old man. It's not like a young version of him. He's like 66, 65 when that thing blew up, man.
Yeah, man.
That could have been Barroso. He could have been like the Colonel Sanders of the 140-pound division.
Yeah. Salute Detroit, BC.
Never give up on your dreams, man.
That was
You could be like old man Barroso.
That hurt, bro.
It did.
Because usually I just want to see the guys get they just do, man. I don't want to see robberies and stuff like that. Man, just let the chips fall where they fall. Just let them fall where they fall, man. The guys lose, they lose. I think like the problem is everybody wanted to be like Floyd and just happen, that ruined boxing in a way where guys chase O's, and it's like, man, some of our favorite fighters don't have O's, man. Muhammad Ali don't got no O, Roy
None
Jones,
of my favorite.
Roy Jones.
None of my favorite.
Yeah, man. None of mine got exact. I think Terrence Crawford the only dude who still got an O. But like, man, I don't value that O as much as I value all the accomplishments those guys got. Some of all the things they did.
Bruh, sometimes it ain't even about the accomplishments for me. Like, as a big fan of Errol Spence, I became an even bigger fan after the Terrence Crawford fight.
Word.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Spence, no tune-ups, man.
There's that I don't agree with the no tune-ups. I'm like, listen, man, if you've been out the ring for a little while, you got to get yourself right. So you're not after the fight, you're not talking about, man, my timing was off. Nah, you should have tuned yourself up. There's no shame in that. Because the tune-up is not just about going in there and fighting inferior opposition. It's about getting another training camp under your belt and working out the fine kinks in training, and then being able to use the ring as an incubator, so to speak. So all of the things that you worked on in this camp, you're fine-tuning, getting yourself in shape. Now you can go out there and exhibit these things and doing it in a live environment.
Right. Yeah. Under the lights.
So I don't be tripping off the tune-up thing. I don't be tripping off that. Right, Shawa. No rust. Get the rust off. Make sure you crispy. Make sure everything is functioning the way it's supposed to. So I don't be tripping on the tune-up thing. But Errol Spence, the thing that made me a bigger fan of him is several things. For one, the guy showed up to the post-fight press conference. We've seen guys take L's and just go radio silent. They just go ghost.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't come to the post-fight and answer any questions. They don't address the media. They don't address their opponent. They just dip out. Errol Spence didn't make no excuses. And another thing I liked was the fact that he seemed more disappointed than anything.
Yeah.
When I watched the epilogue and they had the moment that he shared with his mother, and his mother's trying to encourage him, keep your head up, baby. And he was like, I am pissed.
Yeah.
He wasn't back there moping around. It's just like he just knew that he could have prepared better. And then he could have possibly executed better if he prepared better. But I like seeing stuff like that. Same thing made me a fan of Sonny Edwards. Same thing made me a fan of Sonny. When Sonny Edwards got whooped by Bam like that, and to see him ringside doing interviews a week later with his eyes still busted up like that, I was like, yo, Sonny ain't out there making excuses.
Yeah, exactly.
He had an interaction with a fan on Twitter, and the fan said, change your record. You're no longer undefeated. He said, oh, yeah, you're right about that, mate. And then changed his record, like right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Put like 18-1 or whatever his record was at the time. I was like, yo, anybody who could carry themselves like that after a loss, man, that's dope. That's dope.
No, it's true. Most people aren't built like that, man. They lose, they go ghost, like you said, radio silent. Or it's just a bunch of excuses. I gotta fire my coach.
Yep. Come back with a whole new team. Like, yo, you just won 20-something fights with this dude. Became a champion. Y'all lose one time and
you gotta go. Or it's that guy had cheating. He was doing this. His gloves weren't. I didn't check his gloves or his hand wraps. It's like, oh man, you guys doing too much, man. Just take your L gracefully.
It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not, man. Takes a man.
It's not.
Takes a man. Because like you gotta respect the other dude. Like you beat me. So like how great does that make you? Because I look at myself as great. I think that's how Spence looked at the Crawford fight. He was like, man, like Crawford's a great fighter. I lost to a great fighter. I didn't lose to just anybody.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah, man.
And the same for us as fans, man. So we don't diminish these guys, because when we say like, yo, this guy ain't this or this guy ain't that, then what is the win over him worth?
All right, exactly. Yo,
it ain't worth
always
nothing.
Do that. Yo, it's
it ain't worth
crazy,
nothing. Man. My current favorite fighter, man, he took an L a couple months ago. It hurt seeing my guy like that. And for me, the thing that hurt, it wasn't just the fact that he lost. You know, because like I follow my IG and I see all the work that he was putting in preparation for the fight. Like the man had a 10-week camp. So to some degree, I think he probably was possibly overtrained. Like he probably did a little too much.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, I look at it as like that was a sign of how seriously he took the fight. So to see him, you know, not fulfill it or for it to come up short, I'm pretty sure like that's got to be somewhat confidence shaking, because confidence is what? Trust.
Yeah.
And if you're going in the ring or if you're doing anything in life, you got to be able to trust the work that you put in. Like, I do this, it should yield this result, right? It's like what we're doing right now. We're on our laptops. When you open your laptop, you expect it to boot up.
Yeah.
When you type in StreamYard.com, then there's an issue.
Yeah.
No, that's I do this, I'm expecting this result because I've done it time and time again, and it's yielded this result. So I'm pretty sure that could be a little bit sobering to realize, like, man, I did this, that, and the third, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do more. And then there's also the gracious aspect of it that you mentioned, which is, well, look, I did this, that, and the third, and the average man wouldn't have been able to touch me.
Yeah.
This guy is special.
Yeah, man. That's why I think like Crawford winning against Canelo's gotta make Spence feel good, man. That man went up there and beat Canelo, bro.
Yep.
So it's like we dealing with somebody special. So you were in the ring with somebody special, man. Shout out to Errol
Canelo
Spence.
to be like everything. They asked him, hey, Canelo, what was that gave you? What was it that gave you trouble? He's like, everything.
Yeah,
was it the speed? Was it the power? Was it the? It was everything.
So yeah, when you hear he's better than Floyd, I was like, dang. I was like, damn. Floyd Mayweather gonna be mad.
Plays.
He gonna play some replays of him beating on Canelo, and yo, Floyd be funny, man.
Nah, he's petty as hell.
Yes,
he's petty. He is petty.
But McQueen, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Let the people know where they can find you, brother. Find your breakdowns.
Sometimes you can find me on Casual's Corner. Sometimes, because I'm not consistent. But I will drop a link. Let me see if I can find my link.
Yeah, man. I think I gave you a wrench. I will. Yeah, man. Casual
I'm
Corner.
about to write a letter to the PBC now, man. I need to see them. Like, honestly, bro. Like, I need to see these people at the PBC implement some of the things that we were discussing tonight, because I feel like it could only help the brand, and if it helps the brand, then it could help boxing ultimately.
Word.
And that's what we want. And you know, Max Kellerman, I'm gonna say this last thing before I get up out of here.
Yeah.
Max Kellerman said something brilliant in one of those Ring magazine interviews where he talked about narratives, storytelling, and that's what you see when you're able to track a player in any of these other major sports, from the prep level to the collegiate level, and then eventually to the pro level. You know, like just look at how excited people get about drafts.
Like,
oh,
that's
man,
true.
It's draft night.
Yeah.
We should be able to do that with boxing, where it's like you got these big time amateurs and just track their progress.
We don't hear about them as enough. They're not celebrated over here like they are over there, like in Europe, in the Russia and Ukraine.
Yep.
The amateur, even Cuba, those amateur athletes are huge in their countries. When they go to those competitions and win, they get.
Bro, we got to do real detective work to find these amateurs out here. Like we got to be like tuned in, locked in,
right?
This information is not being spoon fed to us by these major publications or any of these promoters. We don't find out about these guys until they get signed to one of these promoters.
Then we find out there was some Olympian or they had a medal or they won at one of these big tournaments. Yeah, that's true. That's the marketing scheme. But you're right, man. We don't have the backstory, so we just got to go off what they're saying instead of just having it all there
and do the research.
yeah. They don't do us justice, but yeah, my brother, man. Thanks for coming up, talking this with
me. Appreciate you, bro.
And
yes, sir.
We'll definitely have you up again, man, for sure, anytime.
I see nobody click the link. I was like, man, I don't know people being shy out here.
Yeah, I think it's a hardcore weekend of boxing, yo. Not really, not for the casuals, but hey, I'm gonna enjoy it. Gonna be good fights.
Likewise.
Saturday. Yeah, man. Talk to you soon, man. Talk to you soon, Ant McQueen. That's my man, Ant McQueen, Casual Corner. Make sure y'all go check him out. Thanks to everybody, man, for tuning in. Showing much love. Thanks to everybody on X. Repost the stream. Thanks to everybody on YouTube. Smash that like button. You know what it is. We got a lone person on Twitch, man. I appreciate you. Thanks to everybody on IG, man. Yeah, we talked this boxing. Shawa said, I ain't talked boxing in like 3 weeks. Y'all were great. Thanks, yo. Thanks. Nah, man. See, everybody was talking about Crawford and Canelo and for good reason. And then, now Tank and Jake. That's the big headline news. But, like, I'm off that too, man. Like, I felt like those press conferences were dull and it's not a real fight. But shout out to the undercard. I'll talk about that obviously when that gets closer. But thanks to everybody who tuned in. And yeah, man, stay posted. I think I'm gonna go live on Sunday night to recap these fights. That's what I'll do. I'll go live Sunday night, recap show. If you are a member, I think I'll get some parlays together. Yeah, man. Just $1 to join the members per month to get the parlays. Damn, Patty Donovan messed it up for me last time around. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on this weekend. Hopefully we can get some money. But smash that like button on the way out. And enjoy your night. Everybody be good. Have a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave y'all on that note, yo.
I got my hair done 2 days ago.
Swing the women's gone.
I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she put grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she put grease in my shit. I just got my hair done. 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 Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real facts. Like this is real facts. Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real facts. It burnt my eyes. Like this is real facts. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done